Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mr. Right Way. We got some great guests today. You see, we got people coming in. We got Femi. We're gonna talk to him in a minute. But y'all, right off the bat, y'all know it looks different. I'm in a car, right? I'm in Texas. It's hot as hell. Somebody hit a pole. Somebody hit a power pole. Knocked all of my power out, and I'm like at home just cleaning up, getting ready for the podcast. And I'm like, God dang. So, y'all see me, I'm in my car. I'm actually charging right now. So, it's the best of both worlds. I'm good right now. Like, I mean, it's sun is out, it's nice. I mean, I can't feel no heat. So, if y'all hear the air conditioner, I ain't turned this air conditioner off. It's hot as hell out here. It's hot as hell in Texas. I ain't turned it off. But we got some
Yeah,
guests
sound
coming
like a
on
PC
later
fan.
on. Man, dude, I got turned down just a little bit, but dang. All right, there you go. It do sound like a PC fan, man. It's hot though. Shoot, I was like, y'all, I because I thought, okay, it's the power, the grid here in Texas is and there's no the grid in Texas is so messed up, right?
Oh
Especially
yeah.
like you don't know if it's hot, cold, you don't know when it's gonna go out. So it went out, so it's a usual thing, right? I said I was gonna come back on, and 30 minutes later, like, hold on, this serious. I just paid my bill. I said, hold on. So I went to my neighbors, got on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, the power's out. And then I got an update saying like a 50-mile radius, all the power's. I saw over one accident. So this is how we started, y'all. Oh, and people come in. Yeah, I did cut my hair. Look, I cut it just a little bit. My hair is way down here. I cut just a little bit. So it
I thought
ain't
he was
all
cutting it
gone.
all off. I thought he was cutting
You
it
had
all
you had me nervous, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I saw that and I was like, your brother had me
Everybody
like
saw
Chick-fil-A girl, man.
Hey, I was like, I was, you know what? I do want to cut it though one day, but I still want to enjoy it because like my dad lost his hair when he was like 21.
off.
I mean, yeah, when he was 21, and it went in this pattern like like this, and mine's not doing that, but I noticed like it is like it's smooth in some places, like it's smooth, boy. I was like, okay, how long can I enjoy these dreads, man? I'm like, I think about another year or two I can enjoy these, and I probably just gonna. This is the first part, just cutting it because it was like down to my back, so this does feel a little bit better. My head, it doesn't feel like just like you said, like Femi, like with the collective guys, and if y'all haven't followed him, make sure y'all follow him. But what is this black hair style number two? You got three, I got two or one. What I got? No, I got like four, maybe
Nah, you
four.
got number
I
one.
got
You got number
0.
one, bro. Is the afro?
So yeah, you
Yep.
got one. Got
The
an afro,
afro.
yeah,
Then you got the curly
Yeah,
afro. And
yeah,
yeah.
then you
the
got the
Caesar.
dreads. And then you got the long dreads. And then you can't go wrong with the bald. But everybody's got the bald.
Man.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, guys, thank y'all for joining us today. We got some special guests. Right now we probably gonna look at it, and we got Austin from Siege coming in, so we're gonna probably let him join in real quick, and we're gonna start talking about some stuff real quick. So let's put him in real quick. What's up, Austin?
How's it going?
Hey
How's
man,
it
you
going?
enjoying us, man? We over here talking about like losing hair, and I'm like, I just cut my hair, but it was way down here. Yeah, I know you see it, man.
Oh yeah.
I say, hey, I said I can enjoy my hair for like 2 more years, probably. Maybe I'm 2 years is pushing it, but then I'm gonna have to might let this go one day, man. So I'm like, I'm getting myself prepared for it. I had to cut it. I cut the length because it was down like way down my past my back,
Mm-hmm.
and so I cut the length, and I put a picture of people thought I cut my hair all off. I said, nah, I gotta. And then, man, before we went on, the power in my house went out. So you see, that's why
Oh
I'm in the
no.
car. Somebody hit, yeah, it's just crazy. So I said, all this stuff. But I'm glad you came on, man. You got
Well,
the
thank you
Southeast
for
game.
having me.
Man, thank you for coming on, man. I think you run one of the better Southern conventions. I remember the first one, the first and second one, but it was so good, man. Like Southeast Game Exchange this year is like I got a Metal Gear Solid theme going on. So if
Oh,
you would
yeah.
love to tell everybody about it,
Yeah.
please.
Got the shirt on.
I know,
Oh
Oh,
look, I
sweet.
know.
yo, I came ready. I came prepared.
you,
There we
you came
go.
prepared, man. That's good. So yeah, Austin, tell everybody about it, man.
So yeah, we're going into our 8th year.
Okay.
We last year we had a 50,000 square foot facility, and this year we have moved to 125,000 square feet.
Nice.
So we've over doubled our area. We've got 200 and last I saw 240 vendor booth spaces.
Wow.
And I would say about 75% of those are strictly video games. The other 25% are going to be crafters and Etsy shops and some artists and stuff like that that still are in the gaming area, but are not necessarily selling strictly video games. So we're definitely more of a collector's convention.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we're super excited. Ticket sales are way up. We've added so much just stuff to do this year. We've doubled our arcades, so we've got a large arcade area. We've brought in modern esports this year.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we're gonna have a bunch of. I think we got 40 PCs. Big Fortnite tournament. They're gonna be doing. We've got up on stage. We're gonna have these racing rigs for a big Gran Turismo 7
Ooh.
tournament as well. Then we've got
Dang.
Mario Kart and Tekken 7, Smash. I don't even know what else. But the cool thing we just found out about 2 weeks ago, we got partnered up with a couple of colleges. And so for all of our modern esports, we're going to be giving away $290,000 in scholarships to the winners.
Wow.
That is
That's
nice.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That
we're
is good.
really excited about that. To hopefully kind of give again, it's the universities that are obviously giving those scholarships out, but
Mhm.
it's nice to kind of us be kind of that,
Bridge.
yeah, that bridge to our local community. But
Mm.
no, I mean we're super excited. All kinds of stuff. We're bringing in bounce houses this year for kids and big kids craft corner, and they're going to be
That's
making
awesome.
like Princess Peach crowns and I don't know what else they're doing, but like it's yeah, we're excited. Our whole goal this year, because like I said, we've kind of gotten the reputation of being a great kind of collectors convention. Our goal this year was to bring in the spouses and bring in the kids as well, so that it really does
Nice.
become more of a family event. I've got a 5-year-old now, and that's become my passion, is sharing this hobby and this just this whole community with my son. And then my wife's a big board gamer, so she wanted me to add board gaming too. So we've got board gaming and TCG and all that kind of stuff. So
That's
it's a lot
cool.
of fun. We're really excited about it.
That's
You know.
awesome, man. So what did you say your passion is your son, but can you take us back and tell us how you got started? Because now you kind of risen as one of the premier like gaming conventions, right? And do it in the South, where the South is not really
No.
known for many of them. You know, you had Retropalooza, but that's really like one of the few that everybody knows is a staple. But you became a staple, man. You know, and also two
Thank you.
people in the chat talking about Femi. Femi, real quick, tell everybody where you at, real quick. Everybody's saying like, "Hey, man, what's the new creator at?" You know,
My name is Furman, and my
Furman. I'm
YouTube
sorry,
channel is.
I call you Femi. I
Oh, you're
said
good. You're
Furman.
good.
I said Femi.
They call me Furman, Furman the German, all of that stuff. So, or you call me whatever you want to call me. But
But you run
yeah,
the collective.
yes, the Collective Gaming, and it's a small YouTube channel. I only have like about 2.5 thousand subscribers, but we've been growing it. I've been doing this since 2019, so about 5 years now, going on 5 years. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Got a great
Crazy.
channel, man. It's doing good, man. Thank you for joining us and stuff. And Austin, like I said, I didn't mean to start there, but wanted to tell everybody in the chat, because people started asking questions like, "Who's the new people?" and stuff. But yeah, just take us back, man. Tell us a story, man, because I think it's really cool that you stuck with it. You said 8 years, and I know came one year, and that was like great when you had like the Pac-Man year. I think that was right before COVID, I think, but it was good, man. It was like amazing.
Well, thank you, thank you. So this started out. I got married 9.5 years ago, and technically the show is 9 years old. But because of the
Whoa.
COVID year, this is our eighth show.
Okay.
Because we missed a year for COVID. So yeah, we started back in 2015. And it started out with I was a collector. I enjoyed collecting. And in kind of like you mentioned, like there's not a whole lot going on in the South. And I would see these videos. I started following like the YouTubers of old, and some of the game hunting stuff and game chasers and all those guys, and started watching like retro palooza videos and Portland gaming, retro gaming expo, and some of those. And it was always just like, oh, I really wish I could go to those. That looks like so much fun. And so one day I just told my newly married wife or whatever, I was like, hey, I kind of want to try something. Let's do like let's get all of the collectors in our area together, and let's just like exchange our duplicates, or we can sell our duplicates off, and it just be more of like a little game exchange. And so we looked into what it would cost to rent out a ballroom in our one of the local hotels. It was small. I think it was like 4,000 square feet total. Um, and we started running the numbers and what we'd have to charge for booth space, and started getting some feelers out there to see what kind of the interest was, and got the Video Game Cavern was one of the first like shops to kind of jump on board um, and support it. And so after a few months of really kind of researching and deciding and running the numbers and seeing if it made sense, we decided to pull the trigger on it and let's try it out. So after all the marketing we did, and we were just, everything was grassroots. We were doing like flyers and then just going to every little shop in a 3-hour radius, trying to promote the show and everything. We were kind of expecting maybe 300-400 people to show up. And the when we opened the doors on our first year, by the end of the show, we wound up with 700 attendees.
Wow.
And yeah, no, it blew
Wow.
Whoa.
blew
That's good.
every expectation out of the water. And we were like, this that was fun. That was really cool. And it was really fun because, again, there's nothing like this, or there was not anything like this back when we started. And so I still remember when we opened the doors and the first few people that were walking in. I mean, there'd be men in their like 50s, 60s that were walking in and they're just like, this is amazing. I've always wanted something like this. And then there'd be like these like 17-year-old kids that would walk in as well, and they were just like, this is heaven for me. And these are like actual quotes that I'm quoting here, of people that we would just hear just the excitement and the just it you could tell that this it was a hobby that people had, but had not found a place to share it with other people.
Mhm.
And and this was finally the place that they could share that hobby with others that were in the same hobby. And so after that, again, it was just a 1-day show on Saturday. The next year we expanded a little bit. We brought in, um, we rented out a couple of the meeting rooms as well and made them our panel rooms. And we got a little Smash community to come and run a Smash Brothers tournament. And I think we did like a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a speed run or something like that. And that year it was in the same location, but again, we expanded a little bit. We brought Scott Squatch and RGT85. Those were our two very first special guests. And we wound up going from 700 attendees in our first year to we doubled it and went to 1,400 in our second year.
Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, again, super excited, pumped. I still kind of miss those days because there was definitely a different feel than it is now. Again, I still love the way things feel now, but it was just a lot more intimate. It was just a very intimate show. But we following year we went and found another location that had 15,000 square feet, and we turned it into a 2-day, and we were there for 1 year, and I think we added another 600, 700, 800 attendees, and then the year after that, I think year 4, Steve, were we at the convention center when you first went, or were we at
I think it was no, I think it was wherever that little place was, that bigger building. I think it was a convention center. Yeah, it was a convention center because I remember the escalators because you had stuff on the second floor too.
Okay, so if it was the escalators,
it was a Pac-Man year that y'all had. Like I think it was 2022. I mean, not 22. I mean 2020 or 2020
probably
or 19.
I think it was
19 or 20.
It was 19.
19.
Yep, it was 19. We missed 2020. So yeah, 2019 was the first year that we moved to the convention center, and that's when we had we moved into our 50,000 square foot facility, and so yeah, that was the year you came, and we've been at that location. We were at that location for I guess 4 years, and then this past year, man, it was packed. There were so many people in it. The AC units couldn't keep up. And so it was hot. Yeah, no, it was hot. Of course, our show's in July as it is, and July in South Carolina, the humidity's bad. It's just hot. So yeah, AC units couldn't keep up. And then towards the end of the show last year, we were like, all right, we got to get the bigger space. And this year's been super fun because I've always kind of had in the back of my mind, like things I'd like to try, things I'd like to do, areas I want to grow. And this is the first year where like I had enough space to kind of do whatever I could dream up. And so this has been a very, very fun year to plan for. My wife and my sister-in-law are technically my business partners with this show, because now it has kind of turned into a business from when, I mean, still a passion, but it's now just, it's so big that it's turned into a business now. And they are not at the happiest with me this year because I went way over budget. I spent way too much money.
Every guy got a little scared when you said that. Like, like all the guys like, oh shit, we scared for you, man.
But it's all good. Go ahead.
Anybody got any anybody on the panel got any questions for Austin? And if anybody also in the chat got some questions for Austin, please put them out and we'll try to get it to him real quick. But yeah, anybody got some questions for him?
Yeah, Austin, Ness here. It's really cool hearing like where it started with Southeast Game Exchange. So it's that intimacy, how do you continue to try to interject that intimacy piece when it continues to grow larger and larger year over year?
So one of the things that from the very, very beginning of our show, we've really tried to embrace the retro gaming YouTube community, and incorporate a lot of the smaller YouTube channels. Um, and so we we still do we still make that a primary focus, to some extent, to incorporate some of these up and coming smaller channels. And I find that a lot of the smaller channels are still really, really tapped in with their watchers,
Audience.
their
Yeah.
audience. Yeah. Whereas a lot of the larger channels have gotten to the point where, as your audience grows, sometimes there's a lot of negative feedback and stuff, and so sometimes you've got these larger creators that tend to kind of pull back from their audience because they're and it's understandable, because I mean, if you're hearing a bunch of negativity all the time, then it's going to affect you, and so you don't want that to affect you. um, but the smaller channels are still very, very engaged in with their audience, and so we want to support that, and we want to promote those, and we want to help those. It's always been kind of our dream to kind of help those smaller channels grow in what little way we can, and that's sometimes just giving them a panel so that they can promote, and get in front of more people. And then obviously when we have some of these that we bring on as special guests, and we promote them on our site and promote them on our socials and stuff like that. You just bringing more eyeballs to those creators. I
That's
think that's
awesome, man.
kind of, I think that's one thing that's kind of helped us kind of stay, um, somewhat connected or intimate, or it's our attempt. I don't know if it's working, but
No,
we
it
hope
works.
it is. We hope it is. Um, but that, I will say, our staff. This is the very first year that we've opened up for volunteers.
Mhm.
Up until now, it has all been family members and very, very close friends that have helped us run the show. And so when they're family and close friends, they're all kind of are, I mean, they're coming alongside us, and they've all got the same kind of vision and what we want the show to be about. Like I said, we've always really wanted the show to be very family friendly, very positive, a place where everybody can come and feel welcome, and just can bond around this hobby that we all
Mhm.
enjoy. So I think a lot of it comes from our staff,
Mhm.
and we're hoping, again, this is our first year to have actual volunteers that are not, I guess, part of that inner circle of ours.
Right.
And we're hoping that we can bring them in and 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 make sure that they also understand the vision and what we're trying to do. But I think that also has something to do with just the way the show is run. It's and to keep that intimacy, it's all family. Um,
So
so I guess that's my biggest guess. I also think that, and no offense to anybody that doesn't live in the South, I think we're just friendly down here.
There you go.
yeah, yeah, we all we sometimes we're too friendly, you know. Sometimes
That's
we're too
probably true.
friendly. Sometimes we're too friendly because people like you go up north and you be like, hey, like, hey, okay, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
calm down, like, we're just saying, hey, how
Can.
you doing? Yeah. So, so Austin, I know people been asking this. So
Mhm.
I know other creators will be watching. How do they qualify to like be a guest? 'Cause that's a one big thing. Like people like, I want to be a guest. I want to be a guest. You know, I want to come out. I want to do this and stuff like that. How do people become a guest at these shows? Because sometimes I see other creators think they just locked out because, oh, I might have like 1,000 subscribers. I might have 500, but I'm doing really good content and stuff like that. And it's and I've been there. I know how it is
Yep.
because when I started, you helped me out, and that was awesome, amazing place. So how do you, and also too, how do you select what guests that you want to bring in too?
Mhm. So this is again, moving into now that we've grown and we're a lot bigger, we had to kind of come up with a policy, as opposed to it being just kind of willy-nilly
Mm-hmm.
the first ones
Mhm.
that we talked to or whatever. I mean, it used to be the first few years it was anybody who wanted to come, I'll, I'll make you a special guest kind of thing. And
Yeah,
uh and now we get so many people that reach out to us about being a special guest that we had to kind of come up with a policy. And so it's not necessarily super. I mean, it is. We do try to stay pretty strict with it, because again, we have such a massive amount of people reaching out to us.
yep,
Um, but we do have. I mean, there are some leniencies, but right now it is we go into right now we have a form online where you can go in as a creator of some sort. You can go on and you can apply, and the things that we're looking for are how large of an audience you have, and the content that you're creating. Does it make sense? Does it fit our like if you're all if all your content is construction work on backyard projects or whatever, that doesn't really fit our show. Um, but yeah,
Construction for video games.
yeah, there you go. So
I'm building this. I'm building this game room over here. You know, for the house. You know?
well, I mean, honestly, if it were that, I might would be okay.
Yeah.
But like we have had a couple of people request, and it's like the content just doesn't fit the show at all.
Yeah.
So we do
Yeah.
look at the content. We look at not necessarily even the this year we approved somebody who wasn't necessarily didn't necessarily have the subscriber count that we kind of are looking for, but his engagement and his views on his channel were way high, compared to people who even have a lot higher subs than he does. So those are kind of the things we look at, and then we kind of have a couple of different tiers. So because I don't have a money tree in the back, I can't like afford to just cover everybody's expenses or cover everybody's travel or whatever. So we kind of have things tiered where at one level, at a super high level, we can cover like your travel expenses and hotel room, things like that. And then at another level, while we aren't able to cover that aspect, like the travel expenses, we can still make you a special guest and give you all the special guest perks and promote you and promote your channel and give you a booth at the show to sell merch or games or whatever. And then if and then below that level is a media pass, and a media pass is, hey, you're a member of the media if you've got a YouTube channel uh, or a Twitch stream or a blog that has a lot of followers or whatever. So it kind of anything and everything kind of falls into that media. And
Mhm.
again, if you're not necessarily hitting the same levels that we would qualify somebody to be a special guest, we still want you to come to the show, and we'll give you a media pass, and you get in free, you get in to film and to write your post or whatever. So we do want to support that, but we did, because of the amount of people coming in, we kind of had to like break it up into three different categories of special guest media, um, so that we can
That's
still
awesome too.
and it's again unfortunately, we just don't have the funds or the bandwidth to have anybody and everybody that reaches out to us to be a special guest. So we kind of had to make those different levels. And again, it has it's nothing personal to anybody.
Yep.
It comes down to
Business.
it comes down to business and what is going to what's going to bring the most eyeballs to the show. And and that's, again, it's nothing personal. There's some creators that I'm a huge fan of, that are very, very small, just starting out, and and they just didn't quite meet our I guess our different levels. And so but again, we still want to do what we can for them. And then as
That's
far
awesome.
as our larger guests, every year we kind of have a list of content creators and or voice actors that we have been kind of targeting, that would be that we think would be a great fit, that would be a good draw, somebody that hasn't necessarily been to the show, and would be a great guest. I can tell you, we've already started booking our talent for next year, for next year's show. And some of these guys, we have to start planning this a year out. But a lot of it's kind of people I like to watch. Some of it is I've got a staff, and so some of it is people that they like to watch. Some of it is we've had a number of requests for a certain guest, and so we'll look into them and go, oh, that would be a good fit, and we'll reach out to them. Some of those people I've never heard of before, but we'll look into them, and like I said, they'll just be a really good fit for the show. And so we'll approach them as well. But there's not necessarily a method to that. It is a little bit more just, if we're doing a theme, a lot of times we'll try to bring in one or two voice actors from that theme, that just kind of makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of where we go on that. We are kind of leaning a little bit more into the voice acting. We're still bringing in a lot of content creators, but we've really enjoyed the voice actors that voice these iconic characters that we all love. And
Metal Gear is great this year.
Yeah, so we had a little drama, a little blow to us about, we had booked David Hayter, who is Solid Snake. We had booked him, and unfortunately, about a month ago, about a month and a half ago, he had to cancel, because of he had work obligations come up that he could not get out of. So I don't know, all you Metal Gear fans, July next week something might happen. I don't know. Keep your fingers crossed.
That new game dropping. I think it was September, October.
I don't remember. I know it's supposed to be this year, but I think it's October.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he had to cancel on us, and so for about 4 days we were running around like crazy on the phone with so many different agencies, trying to find other talent to kind of take his place, and not necessarily. So we wound up getting Josh Keaton, who is the voice of oh gosh, the main bad guy. I can't remember his name. I'd never.
That Michael Keaton's brother?
No, I don't think so. He looks a lot younger.
I was about to say the same thing. I was thinking like,
Is that Robin?
Actually, I can tell you no because that's a stage name. I found out.
yeah, I
yeah.
know.
Who's the main bad guy? I can't remember his name. Not Raiden or Raiden. Major Ocelot or Revolver Ocelot.
Oh, Revolver Ocelot.
Revolver. Okay.
Yeah,
got
so
Ocelot?
he's Revolver Ocelot, and then we got Paul Eating, who is the voice of Colonel Campbell.
Okay.
So we still had those themes, and then I really, because David Hayter, he's a legendary voice actor, big. I wanted to go find somebody that would, and I don't want to put these guys on different tiers or whatever, but I wanted to find somebody of that same caliber that would really be just a home run. And we booked Nolan North, who is the voice of Nathan Drake and Deadpool.
Wow.
And
that's dope. That's dope.
Oh yeah,
that's dope.
If
dope.
Oh yeah, no, I'm kind of geeking out about that one. But no, if you look up on Google like most famous video game voice actor, he's consistently in the top like 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
So we're really, really excited about Nolan North, and I've only heard amazing things about him. I've heard he's super friendly and really loves interacting with people, and so we are very, very excited to have him. And then so those are some of the dramas. But we do think that was a big win, and we're excited for this weekend or next weekend.
Well, that's good, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anybody else got more questions? Mr. Collective, you got any questions? Okay.
I got one.
Let me stop charging my car real quick. Y'all go get it. I gotta go stop charging my car. Hold on.
I have a confession to make. I've never actually been to a convention because living all the way up in Alaska, the only conventions that we have up here are like anime ones.
Yep.
So yeah, kind of unfortunate, but hopefully one of these days I'll be able to make it down there. But yeah, what is your top 3 like best finds that you've done in the exchange?
So that's difficult because I'm running the show and I hardly ever actually get a chance to go shopping at all. I don't. In fact, I don't know if I've bought 3 things in the 8 years that we've had the show. I don't think I actually have.
I've been terrible. I mean, I'm just thinking about that right now. Like, oh no!
I'm trying to think. I really don't think I have purchased 3 items total in 8 years.
Wow!
You need to get something this year, man. You need to set a goal and get something.
Yes,
I get the logic behind that though, because like you're so into it. Like the business aspect of it is like that's the last thing that you're probably thinking about during these conventions.
And there's so many like little fires that we're putting out during the whole show. Like anything from we got to get this person's missing a table, or they've lost some chairs, or so and so's. I don't know. There's all kinds of little things. One of the voice actors didn't get their lunch, so you gotta go like that. They need a water immediately or something. I mean, it's all kinds of just little stuff. One vendor doesn't like where a vendor wants to complain because they didn't like where their spot was, and it's like, I can't do anything now.
That was funny because the way you said that in your frustration is like you've been through that before. So it was funny. It was so funny. It was like he didn't get his lunch. So like, oh God.
Let me piggyback a question. How many years in a row has that happened?
Oh. Let's see, how many years have we had voice actors?
I'm over here imagining like Frieza's voice actor not getting his lunch.
It's funny you bring up. It's funny you bring up Frieza. We have so on top of the Southeast Game Exchange. So my wife and I moved to West Tennessee about 4.5 years ago. So we don't even live in Greenville, South Carolina anymore.
Oh wow, okay.
But yeah, so we moved to West Tennessee, and we opened up a little video game shop. It was one of my dreams was to always like have my own retro gaming store. And so we opened up a little store, and then after being in the community for a little while, when we're a little small area, we decided to start a little Comic-Con, just to be part of the community. It's too small of an area to have a gaming show, like a strictly gaming show. So we did a Comic-Con, and it's been a lot of fun. But this year we do have the voice of Frieza that's going to be there. So that it's funny you mentioned that.
Was it the original
Yeah.
voice or
The original voice?
Bet-
Yes.
you better get his
man,
lunch.
she's awesome.
She
Oh,
good.
yeah, you better
She's
go
really
get
good.
lunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Linda Young, very, very,
Yes.
very cool person.
Oh my god.
She is. She is so.
The best, man.
It
Oh,
was.
Yes.
They're like, you better bring me my lunch, you little monkey. That's gonna be funny. That's gonna be hilarious. Oh man. Oh, that's gonna be hilarious. Oh my
Hey,
goodness, that's
don't
good.
don't be coming around here calling everybody monkey. All right? Don't do that. Calm down, Frieza. I know you committed. I know you committed to the character.
Oh, hey, we was all thinking it, dude.
Right?
Tan is gone. That got me hot over here.
Austin over there turning red. He like, man, what I get myself into?
No, I got these lights on, and it's just my baldness or whatever. It's just like bouncing off the top of my head here. Yeah, and I'm not going to get in that conversation. I know not to go there.
Hey, your whole convention be shut down, boy.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's a trap. Y'all aren't going to get me.
Snap. That was good.
Oh my goodness.
That was good.
Oh yes, I'm gonna ask you, Austin. Does your store have, like here it said, does your store have a website to visit?
So we don't have a website. We do have a Facebook page. It's Video Game Corner, and we made there was a specific reason we thought about doing a website at one time, and we might go back to doing one. But when we had a website for about 2 months, and all of our sales were going to New York and California, and we're in a really small area in like the North Mississippi, West Tennessee area, and because we have I mean, the city our stores in is only like 15,000, so it's just a small city, and we were shipping all of our good games out of our market, and so we made a decision to not do that and just try to keep everything local, because as a lot of you guys in the gaming world know, that you'll buy a game, you'll hang on to it for a while, and then you'll trade that exact same game back in, or sell it, or something comes up and you need new tires, and well, I got to sell off a little bit, and or whatever. Yeah. And so we were seeing a lot of the same games rotate through the store. But when we ship to other parts of the country, it's gone forever. So we made a decision not to, but because of the economy right now and inflation, I mean, video game stores all across the country are taking a pretty bad hit. And so we did open up an eBay store. So if anybody wants to go on eBay and look, Video Game Corner, we have.
Yeah, type it in the chat. You can type it in the chat, and we'll put it up for you, man.
Yeah.
Can I piggyback on that real quick?
Yeah.
I think that is so that's like the fact that you did that is so crazy, and just such a good idea, because of the fact that like that's something that I'm experiencing up here. Like, Anchorage is a pretty small city, like relatively to like the bigger ones, And a lot of people really caught on to that wave, and they started, going to all of the, like Valley Villages, like places like that, Goodwill, and they picked them clean and, literally
Mhm.
went online, marked them up, and those games are just gone. So like there's really not that much going on as far as like circulation, and that really sucks.
Man,
Yep.
that's
No, that's it. I mean, that's exactly why we went away from that. But like I was saying, sales have gotten so
yeah.
rough that we kind of have to stay afloat. We kind of have to expand that, and we started out by just creating this eBay store, which I'm trying to find how to even trying to find it.
That's okay. It's okay.
But
So what is?
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You do it. No, we
I was gonna
enjoying
say,
it, man. We enjoying your conversation.
yeah, but I was just saying that yeah, that was our biggest thing was we were noticing the good games were moving out of the market. Now we still do like trade shows, obviously with like Southeast Game Exchange, and we try to make it to one or two other shows, uh, and we will sell video games at those shows, but for the most part, we try to hold on to a lot of the good stuff um, locally. There, I found it.
Cool. Yeah, put it up. We'll put it in there. Yeah. Also, tell me this: what is one of the? You already talked about the worst thing by getting people their lunch and stuff. So, what's one of the best things that you enjoy about every year?
The feedback, 100%.
Okay.
I love. Okay, for some reason, it's not letting me post this in the comments. It keeps telling
Really?
me this comment has failed to post to Mr. Rightway. I don't know why. Is it because I can't post a link?
Maybe probably because of the link. Probably it's
All
probably a
right,
link. Yeah, it's
gotcha.
probably a link. Because I back then it's not happening like it used to. But all these dummy accounts, and then they'll tell, hey, you won a prize. Click here, and then they'll steal your profile picture, and then they'll put that
Ah,
in other comments and
gotcha.
stuff. So I had to
There we
stop
go.
links.
Oh,
Yeah, there you
okay.
go.
If
It's in
there's
there.
a link, it has to be a mod. Okay, so I just
Yeah.
typed in the last part of our little whatever link. So if you go to ebay.com/video game corner ms, you should be able to see some of our products. And this is more of the stuff like that's been sitting around for a while, and we are looking to just move it at this point. So,
That's awesome, man.
um, but what was your question? Sorry, I completely got sidetracked.
No, no, you were saying you really like the feedback. I was saying what's one of your
Oh yeah,
favorite things that you and you started talking about the feedback. So yeah, tell us about that.
yeah. No, just the it is very encouraging when after you've put so much work into it for
Mhm.
people to just tell you how much fun they had.
Mhm.
It's just it refuels us to start working on the next year, and so that is my favorite. I love seeing people enjoying themselves, and it makes it feel like all the work that we did is actually paying off. So that's that is absolutely my favorite. Another thing is like I said, I've got a 5-year-old, and last year was the first year that we had live wrestling. But I asked our wrestling group if they would all dress up as Smash Brothers characters, and we were going to call it Smash Brothers in real life or Smash in real life. And they did a fantastic job of embracing that, and they had the hand as like the ringleader or
Oh
whatever,
wow.
the referee, and he was up there kind of doing his little bouncing up and down over the stage, and we had Kirby fighting Solid Snake and Link, and it was
That's good.
it was so funny. and it was hilarious. And the best thing was my 4-year-old at the time was just glowing. He loved it so much, and it's like, okay, that right there is what makes it all worth it. It was a ton of fun. But yeah, no, the Smash in real life is an absolute hoot. If you guys get a chance, go. I think there's videos on some YouTubers have posted videos about it, and it's pretty funny. They had a giant Kirby costume, one of those blow up inflatable Kirby costumes that it comes walking out, and it's a great idea, but I don't think they had thought about how to get him into the ring. And so Kirby's hands are like this, and he couldn't grab the ropes. And so Kirby spent like 3 or 4 minutes just trying to like climb the ring to get in. And of course everybody is just laughing hysterically at Kirby just trying to get into the ring. It was pretty good. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds hilarious.
Oh, that would have been so good, man. Because I love to see, like, and I'm a big wrestling guy. Everybody know, but it's like seeing stuff like that, different parts of wrestling, but making it themed. Like, it can be anything. That's what I love about like communities like this and stuff. That's why I'm glad you're on and doing so good with the community, because it's a lot of negativity out there these days, but when you can do something like this and bring people together and just like sitting there and laugh and reminisce, this is what like this community is all about,
It's true. Yep.
That's a long lasting memory of laughter that people can go back and be like, you remember that time Kirby couldn't get in the ring for 4 minutes? That is like one of those long lasting memories of a convention that you want to talk to other people about and be like, man, that sounds amazing. I need to go to the next one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Man, that's gonna be awesome.
Now I need to find a skin tight leather suit so I can show up as Captain Falcon and hit him with the show me your moves.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Zero Suit Samus. I was like, where are you going with this?
They won't even leave me inside.
Oh man! Oh my goodness!
They won't even make it past security. They'll be like, nah, you got to go, my brother.
Zero suit. Boy, that'd be a sassy costume,
man.
Man,
where's the button?
Right?
Oh, we gotta say pause on that one right there, boy.
Man, that was good.
Big pause.
Big pause.
That's a big call. That was a good one. Look, Austin got jokes. He got jokes on here, man. That's what's good.
Oh, gosh.
That was a good timing. That was a good timing on it. But Austin, man, you can stay on if you get to the next topic and stuff like that, man. You can stay on and chill with us. If you gotta go, you can go. But we got a new guest, or the collective. He's out of y'all already seen him. He's out of Alaska. I brought him on. I thought he was doing really, really good, like good content. And it's like I saw him, I pop up and say, "Dang, this dude." I said, first of all, well, he said he had black hairstyle number 3, so like, okay, so I can rock with that, But brother's doing some really good content, man. And so, just tell everybody about you real quick.
Like you said, I'm my YouTube channel. I've been doing it for about 5 years now, all the way in Alaska. And actually, I titled it like the world's best or Alaska's best YouTube channel. Yeah. Mostly because I don't know any other YouTubers up here. I'm sure there's somebody out there, but I gotta make the claim because I gotta believe it. I gotta speak it into existence.
There you go.
That's what's up.
I've just been doing it for about 5 years now, and each year been ramping up and learning more, learning how to edit videos, do better thumbnails, all that stuff. And yeah, like I've actually, like creators like you, bigger creators, reaching out and helping me learn. Like one of the biggest ones was beat 'em ups. He reached out to me. Yeah, he reached out to me and he was like, "Bro, your thumbnails are horrible. Like they're trash." And I was like, "Dang." But he was right. And, he even like went as far as to make a little 20-minute video on how to make them look better. And because of that, man, like I just been getting a lot more traction. Like, when you look at the analytics, it shows you where the traffic is coming from, and most of my traffic is from YouTube recommendations. So like clearly, like the thumbnails are, people are starting to click in more, and so yeah, I want to make
That's
this
good.
I want to make this my full-time job. So as long as it takes,
Oh,
I'm in it to win it.
nice.
There you go. There you
Mhm.
go, man. For real, I understand, man, because it's a grind, but it's fun. It's a fun grind, and it's a slow grind. Sometimes you jump here to here, but sometimes And I've been through the horrible thumbnail phase too. I'm still in a horrible thumbnail phase too, still. So I'm like, it's constantly. I always got to get better and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, oh man, I'm looking like Ness. Ness is like, he killing it too, man. Like he been doing it for like a year, and
Yeah,
Ness has
it's
been
just
doing good, man.
but I've taken my month and a half off, and it's been well
But you
needed.
had a reason, yeah.
I
But you
did
had
have
a
a real
reason though.
like, yeah. Everyone in the comments are like, Ness, what happened to your background? All my games are gone. Got rid of them all. No, they're at the
I
house.
seen that.
I
I'm about to
moved
say.
everything to the new house, so
Yeah,
one more about a week and a half left in the apartment, and then everything's in the new house, and then I get to do the whole new game room video, which I'm super excited about. So I can't wait to show everyone what I do
I
with
can't
this
wait to
one.
see it.
Yeah, it's I've had so many people reach out to me on Instagram and just DMing me like, Ness, you good? I haven't seen any content. Make sure you're alive. I'm like, man, that's really awesome that people reach out to me and just double check and make sure, because a lot of the folks that that are in the comments, I actually have like legitimate conversations with. Like they'll DM me on the side and they'll ask me questions about the collection and or YouTube, how did you get started? Give me some tips. I have those full conversations the whole time. So like, Austin, to your point, when you were saying, newer or younger YouTubers staying engaged with our audience, that's definitely resonated with me, just because I like talking to the audience. Like, yeah, you're always going to have a handful of bad apples that pop in every now and again, but I just kill them with kindness, and then they go off into the sunset.
Mhm.
That's just my logic with it. But yeah, it's in Furman, like you've been in the game, and I like when I first saw some of your first videos, I was like, man, this dude's cool. He's like just a vibe, and
Yeah,
you're in the camera, and you just got this viewpoint where you're talking about your games and your collection. I'm like, oh, that's cool, like that. So it's always good to see like different viewpoints from different creators and different viewpoints on what you enjoy from a video game perspective, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. That's what we're tuning into. That's what we're attending to. When we're going to conventions, we want to meet like-minded people that like video games, like to play video games, like to talk about, oh man, I couldn't beat this boss. Oh, I did this. Just certain things, and have those conversations, or if just going to chill and meeting new people. So that's always it's always a cool thing to see. That's why I love this community. Because video
I
games,
do too.
it's what? Let's see, how many years? 35 years I've been playing video games, and all thanks to my mom. And it was this game right here. This game right here is what she kicked my ass in every single day. Showed no mercy to me at all. No mercy at all.
Oh my goodness,
But
man.
it's awesome.
What's so
So
cool also too about it? Go ahead.
no, I was gonna go for it.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say if you about to go anything, but I was gonna say we're gonna go to our next topic about. I want to talk about like Xbox now, because the community. Xbox just announced that they're going on Amazon, the Amazon Fire Stick, and I wanted to give people thoughts about that, because like now, Austin, you're doing this retro community, these retro. I can't even think of it.
Conventions?
Cons. So there you go. Yeah, conventions. There you go. I'm hearing Bucky's, but look, it's like I'm seeing people doing crazy stuff in this parking lot. I'm like, hold on, do I need to go? But it's Bucky, so it's okay. And like I'm looking like, because I'm like, oh, but anyway, but Xbox is getting ready to go on Amazon Fire Sticks in 25 countries. So I saw a thing like, oh, this might be the end of like physical Xbox, the box, because now it's on the TV and it's on like smart devices. And but how does that affect the retro community? What's up? What happened?
I'm sorry, I was looking at the comments. I was
Oh,
looking at Kevin's comments. Yeah, she definitely sweat the leg.
oh. I saw that. Oh,
She
that's
buried me,
hilarious.
man.
Yeah,
Sweat the leg, everything.
Man, that just threw me off. That just threw me off. This is why I love doing this podcast, because the people who come to the podcast is hilarious. Just you're going to laugh when you on this podcast. You're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. You don't laugh, something wrong with you. But yeah, Austin, you want to think about what do you think about that? About what Xbox is doing?
So I actually I work in my full-time job is in the gaming industry. I
Oh,
work for a distributor, and I manage our relationship with Microsoft and Xbox. I can tell you that from everything I'm hearing, it's they're not looking at halting any hardware as of yet, but I do think the writing is kind of on the wall that
yeah,
eventually it's. I mean, let's be honest. The Series X is basically it's a gaming PC.
Yeah,
yeah.
That it's a dedicated gaming PC,
yeah.
and um, and I think that and if you look at the Series S, let's be honest, it's a Game Pass box.
Yeah.
I mean
Yep.
that's what people use it for.
Literally.
I mean,
Exactly what it is.
yeah, like I've got a Series S for my son, and we only have Game Pass on it. Game Pass and Fortnite. Oh gosh, Fortnite.
Same.
Yeah, I got one streaming across the room right now. It's on Fortnite. Yeah.
Yep. And that's the only thing on it. Like it doesn't have games. We don't buy digital games. We just have it for the subscription of Game Pass, and then, like I said, Fortnite.
You said it with such like, oh,
It's,
oh
I
my, oh.
I
I
love
feel the
my
pain.
son.
I feel the pain on that.
I love my
Yeah,
son, but that's
yeah.
all he wants to play. He wants to play Fortnite with Daddy every single night, and I love playing with him. But I wish we could play something else.
Yeah.
I got the opposite problem.
Oh, really?
I think I got like 100 Switch games, and like every 4 hours, my kids are like, "Can I get a? Can
Oh,
I
really?
get a different?" Yeah,
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
I would love that.
they go too ham on that. It gets on my nerves sometimes because I'm like, "Yo, like you just got the game. Like I know you did not beat that game."
Wow.
I'll put in a new game. I'll be like, "Hey, buddy, let's try this. This will be really fun." And he'll play it for like 15 minutes and be like, "Can we just play Fortnite?"
Oh my gosh. Oh, is
It's
he in the
I'm just gonna
Roblox?
dab on them.
I gave up.
What?
It's just like whatever. You want your 3 games? There you go. They're your friends, and all night long, all I hear is screaming and hollering from both sides. Her friends and her. I'm like, okay, it's over. It is
Yep.
what it is.
He's one shot.
Yeah, that.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Don't gritty on me.
I ain't got no kids, so I don't know about that. So
Man.
I'm just over here like, hey,
My wife is like, you know what? You're getting your just desserts. I'm like, what are you talking about? All those years you on Halo, screaming and cussing at the screen. Now she's over here screaming. She's not cussing because she knows better, but still. And then don't let both of you be on the game at the same time. The whole house feels like it's gonna explode from screaming. I'm like, oh, my bad.
I feel that. I feel that Halo pain for sure.
Oh,
'Cause
man.
I don't care how many times I gotta try it. I'm going after that shotgun user with the sword
Every single
I'm gonna
time.
lose every time, but I'm still gonna do it.
Shoddy snipes all day. I'm sorry, we
Yeah.
derailed that. My bad. Look, as you were.
But no, my opinion, Steve, is that I think that the Fire Sticks is if we're looking at it from a purely loving to play video games, it's a good move. It gives more people access and a cheaper entry point to being able to play great games. And obviously, with internet speeds getting a lot higher, fiber becoming available in a lot of places, even a lot of rural places, the ability to stream games, is the technology is just it's way better than it was 5 years ago. And so for a cheaper entry point for people to be able to play games is great. Now, what is that going to do to the retro gaming? To some extent, the younger generation is probably not going to get into retro gaming. I think that there's still going to be those anomalies of kids that really like to play retro games. And like to go back to the old systems. But for the most part, I do think you're going to start seeing the the interest die down from that. Now, the people that grew up with GameCube, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, they're still going to want to go back to play those systems.
Yeah.
10 years from now, 15 years
Yeah.
from now. So I think that we've got a long tail before retro gaming is just not uh, not a thing.
Cool no more.
Yeah, not cool. But then there's also I mean, you've also got, like, look at Stardew Valley. It is
Yeah.
The whole thing is retro. The art style is retro. Minecraft, everything's
Yeah.
blocks.
Yeah.
So you do have these, and if you look at a lot of indie developers right now are developing in these retro styles. So it's not as big of a shock for a 13, 14-year-old to pick up a Super Nintendo game, and it's not so much of an artistic shock when they go to play something like that, because they're being introduced to those art forms in modern gaming. So I think that the retro gaming is going to live on. It's going to find a different way of living on, I would guess. And I think that you will eventually see the actual physical portion probably be narrowed down to it'll be narrowed down to collectors.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that it is shows like ours and Too Many Games and Portland and SoCal and Retropalooza, as our shows continue to grow and get bigger and bring in more of an audience, it will keep that the love of the physical, will keep it alive, and we'll pass it down to younger generations as, again, older guys are experiencing it with their kids and stuff. So that's my take on it.
Austin,
Okay.
let me ask you this question from your perspective. I mean, you run a convention, right? So you see the stats year over year, the number of people that come in, the number of booths, the quality of games that come in. When we do see physical games go away, do you foresee a spike in the amount of people that would come to conventions looking for quality physical games?
I think you're already somewhat seeing that, because of kind of like what Furman was saying, how like it's kind of dried up in his area. And so the places to find this stuff are becoming a lot more limited. Like, I know that there are still people that are finding these awesome, like, yard sale finds and stuff. And I used to go out game hunting, but frankly, it got so discouraging because I wasn't ever finding anything that I quit going. And now almost exclusively just buy from local mom and pop shops or at gaming cons that aren't my own. But yeah, so that's, I guess I think you're already kind of seeing that, but I don't know. I know that our attendance has continued to grow year over year, but I've always looked at that as the word is getting out more, not necessarily the interest or the like I don't feel like we've tapped into everybody who's interested in gaming. So I think that we're just finally reaching, or people are hearing about us more often, or are finally hearing about us more so than they feel like this is the only place that they can find those last pieces of their collection. So but I'm sure that probably I'm sure there probably is happening.
Well, I definitely have quite a few pieces in my collection I need to find. I don't know where I'm going to find I'm looking.
Well, if you come to the Southeast Game Exchange next weekend. No.
And also, if you haven't seen this and stuff, this man, I'll be joking. I said he rich. He look for Neo Geo stuff all the time. He got like 800 Neo Geo games, man. Like
I didn't even know
different
they made
flavors.
I've only seen like 6 of them in person.
I'm 18 English titles away from completing the AES collection, just for the English side.
How many are in the AES collection?
So there's 94 English titles for the Neo Geo AES, and then you add another 32 for the Japanese exclusives that didn't make it to the US. So about 100 and some change, 110, 18, somewhere around there. So I'm going for the complete set. That's the only complete set of out of all the games that I have that I'm going for. But I have Xbox 360, OG, Xbox One, all that, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sega Genesis. I have it all, but the Neo Geos where, so that's why Steve's always like, he rich. Like, no, I'm not rich. I just managed and budget my money correctly.
Well, the Neo Geo, you probably are going to only find that at like a convention. Because I never see Neo Geo stuff.
That's my life. Yeah, I wear a Neo Geo shirt the first day of every convention that I ever go to, and I walk up to a booth and they like, I don't have Neo Geo games. Okay.
And no, but I always like to joke about that. But that is good. Like Neo Geo is crazy expensive, but it would, like we said before, because I somewhat, but not really. But if you have the money for Neo Geo, you might not find the game, and then if you got the game, you might not have the money. So it's always that crazy thing. Like you can have say you can find Metal Slug 1. But you might want to have the money for it, or you do have money for like Metal Slug 1, like $25,000, $30,000, $40,000, but it might get sold quick, or you fighting 10 other people who, I give you 50, I might give you 60. It's crazy, something like that. Like he in that end game of Neo Geo stuff, like the last grails. So it's pretty cool to see, though. It's very cool to see, like because everybody collects different. But when you say Neo Geo, people are like, whoa. And I always like to joke, he rich, but it's good. Like I'm so happy for him though. Like he just got a new car and everything and stuff, and houses and
out there like that, man.
You said last week,
because you put it out there. You put my business out there. Like everybody knows
I didn't say anything.
Everybody.
I didn't say anything about the car. I didn't say anything about the car. Somebody slipped last week and said I didn't say nothing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Steven said.
See, thank you. See, I didn't say. See, they all try to keep it like that. See,
like you got a Lambo. Like, no, I don't.
You got a Lambo. Like he got a Lambo last year. No,
that is not logical. That is not a logical vehicle to be driving around. No.
Not for your. Hey, not for our age and our needs. Hell no.
I just got rid of the small sports sedan. I needed some size. My big butt can't be rolling out of these small cars anymore. I can't do that anymore.
If I do get another small car, it has to be a second car. Like I want to drive it on the weekends because my knees can't.
Yeah, it would have to be a weekend car because I can't have my knees popping and my back cracking every time I get out the car. That's not cute. Can't be doing
No, my
that.
gosh,
I
bro.
just got to stretch a little. That's all.
Over here pop locking every time you get out of the car.
These be shaking it like, oh, what's wrong with you? I'm get out the car.
Like,
Oh
hey,
man,
yo,
you
is that
doing
Chris
the
Brown?
robot? No, I'm trying to do this adjustment. my L1 and my L2 is out again. I can't do this.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Austin, but man, if you so you can stay on, man, or you gotta go.
I mean, I'm good for maybe another 15 minutes, and then I'll have to head out.
Okay, all right,
But
cool,
I did
cool.
have
Go ahead.
a
Go ahead.
question for you guys,
Yeah.
Okay.
since y'all are all creators. At what point did you go from? I feel like a lot of people in the YouTube world or whatever, at some point they go from, hey, I'm going to put out a few videos, I'm going to do this occasionally as it'll be fun, hobby, whatever, to, all right, I'm all in. I'm got a Facebook page, I've got a Twitter, an Instagram, I'm marketing myself. I'm going to try to make this like pay for itself. When did you guys make that, I guess, flip or that switch, and or have you made that switch?
Yeah, anybody can go first.
I'll go first. Spent majority of COVID just building a collection. I wanted my old video games back, and then I wanted video games that I always wanted as a kid that I just couldn't obtain. Parents weren't going to buy them, and I definitely couldn't afford them up until, my career got me to a point to where I could afford certain games. I had an Instagram. That's all I had. I just post pickups, and that was really it. And then a bunch of friends, families, man, you should do a YouTube. And I'm like, I don't really know much about that. And they're like, yeah, you should really do it. Just do a video. So, I recorded my first video. It was over Neo Geo. And that's where I saw where I wanted to take the channel was more focused on Neo Geo. And of course, now it's kind of branched out to just mainly all video games at this point, but predominantly Neo Geo. And I did the first couple of videos and they weren't good. Didn't know anything about editing. I was looking at videos online, trying to figure it out. And then I had actually met Steve at a local retro game store just randomly. And he just left. Okay. He'll be back. And he's like, hey man, you got a YouTube? And I'm like, hey, I'm just starting a YouTube. And he's like, man, get my number. And him and I talked a little bit, and then I put a couple of videos out. And then he saw one of them and reached out to me. He's like, dude, I saw your videos pretty good, but can I offer you some advice? I was like, yeah, dude. So he gave me some recommendations on how to make things better. And then one video a month turned into a couple of videos a month. And then it became more of a consistent thing to a point to where my goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers. So that was my goal. And I started January 26th of last year. And then I hit 1,000 subs. I think it was October of last year. And now I'm sitting at a little bit over 2,200 subscribers now. But to me, it's a hobby, right? It's, I've got a day job, working a lot. But to me, it's a hobby that I love because it's been a part of my life, my entire life. So I want to share that experience with other people, whether they are interested in whatever I'm talking about, great. They come back and I try to make it as entertaining as possible. What they see is how I really am. Steve will tell you, this is how I am in real life. I'm goofy, I'm all over the place, but I just wanted to be able to share that common conversation with people that I don't know online. And maybe I meet new people that have that common interest. And in turn, it kind of just grew to a point to where I was like, you know what? I actually want to do this more. I want to take this seriously. I want to invest in the channel. provide better quality for people that find interest in looking at me every, whenever I post a video. And I find enjoyment in that. When the day I don't find enjoyment, or the day I say, or the day I think that this is more of a task and it's not enjoyable, that's when I'm done. Right.
So now, when you post your videos, are you basically just post the video and you're done, or are you also following it up with a lot of the marketing things, like all the different social media? Are you doing shorts? Because I see some of these guys that are just like blowing up every little thing, getting their video out, and yeah, I was curious if you're in that lane, or how you go about doing it.
I would probably say I'm very modest. Like my
Gotcha.
Facebook is my private Facebook, and I'm not on social media a lot. So for me to have a YouTube is a lot, because I'm generally a very private person. So like my Instagram, I've got my Instagram where, that's generally where a lot of people DM me and we're having conversations. That's where I'm sitting at. And then the community page on YouTube. But I don't do shorts. I do just long form content. That's really it. So posting on Instagram, and I did upgrade the Twitter, and the Twitter has been more for the investment side of things, because that's how I fund a lot of my video games is through investments. So I've had people like, hey man, I want to know more about what you're doing. So I've kind of branched off into that a little bit to say, hey, here's some different avenues that you can take to build your income, so that way you can afford maybe those grail games that you need. And that's something that I plan on branching out and doing more of over the next, couple of months once I get settled in the house. But
that'd be very cool.
That's it.
Very cool. What about you, Furman?
Me have not made that leap yet. I've been doing this for a while now, and I didn't start getting like consistent until like last year, I guess. So I try to put out like 2 videos a week, Wednesday and Friday. And like I've just been last year I struggled with that because I was kind of like inconsistent, just doing it whenever I got a chance. Sometimes I would like film the video and then like edit it the same day, which was just a mess. So like now I got down to it where I record on Sunday, and then I'll edit on Monday or Tuesday, and then I'll record on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then edit, the day after. So like that's been working for me. And I do shorts too, but I guess my shorts are a little bit different because I don't actually talk in them or anything like that. I just kind of like show off something that I like. Like, one of the ones I use a lot is my my analog pocket, where I'll just, record a video of me playing it, or, like just showing it off, a little lo-fi, play some Sonic Adventure music to it or whatever. So yeah, I was trying to do that a little bit more consistently, but it's with work, it's just been crazy. So I'm just like, oh no, let me just keep making these 2 videos and just keep it at that.
Gotcha. Well, that's been something that's been high on my, I guess, interest right now is marketing. We really kind of changed up things with marketing our convention this year, and diving into TikTok and shorts, and put a big focus on marketing this year. And so I'm interested on how content creators, when your product is essentially yourself and your content, how you go about marketing yourself and marketing your each and every video that you put out. And I guess how y'all go about doing that. So that's interesting. No, you're back, Steve.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just like, I don't know the bandwidth. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but have everybody got the answer now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're looking like Mario Bros over there.
Okay. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I'm on my way home. I did just get an alert. My power just got back on.
Just joking. I'm playing. Go
Hey,
ahead.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm playing. Go ahead.
Listen, hey, I'm trying to make. I know I'm making this work, y'all. Hey, shut up, Mario Brothers. But no, that's what. Hey, you can't hear my car though. That's funny. But no, where I started was I guess like I said a couple years ago when I was married and stuff, I started taking it serious. Kind of really never took YouTube serious. I was like, okay, this ain't nothing. But then when I saw it, like, oh wow, and I'm already retired, so and I tell people being retired military is boring as hell because I sit and look at the four walls. That's why I got so much time. I'm serious now. And people are like, why you find so much stuff? Because I got all this time. I got looking at four walls. If I don't get out the house, I go crazy. I have all this time. So I'm like, let me put this time to use. That's one of the big things.
I get from this man.
I know I'd be so bored, and I try not to blow him up, but like I know he working. Y'all say, "Hey, what you doing?" Hey, I'm working. I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm not." I don't got. I say, "I ain't got no job." I know, right?
Trying to be like you
I
when
don't
I
have a
grow up.
Retired. So I started like, and I was radio photographer. I'm already a photographer, so I use my photography skills and stuff. And I used to make commercials in my church and stuff. So I'm like, let me just do this on YouTube. And then I remember I talked to Richard Rick when we was doing something. I'm like, man, I don't like giving my places away. But he said, man, just start doing it. And then when I started like showing stuff, it opened up more and started doing really good. So I was okay, and thank God, God has blessed me so much, like just to like do this, like the skills of being a photographer, know how to get stuff, and just me. I love to talk and be friendly and go find stuff. Now it's been really good, man. It's been so good. So that's why, like I said, now it is 100% like serious. I look at it as a business. I'm very protective, sometimes overprotective, and Ness had to talk me off the ledge sometimes. So but I'm really learning, like, aspects of stuff like this with, just all the good and the bad, all the positive and even all the negative. And it's great. I just like, you know what? It comes with the territory, and I supposed to put myself out here. So I'm going to, like, I'm going to enjoy this, like, it's a blessing. Like, at the end of the day, I'm like, man, look at me. I'm retired. I mean, I don't want for anything. My bills are paid. I get to go look for video games and make money off of it, from the YouTube AdSense and stuff. And also if I want to sell and resell stuff. But but I'm doing really good. I get to wake up and talk about video games and film it, and that's pretty awesome, man.
Is this you rubbing it in, sir? Is this you rubbing it in for the rest of us? Is this
I've never been more jealous in my whole life.
Like, where are you boasting the whole time? Like,
hey,
God, this man's over here living the dream, and we over here like, 9 to 5.
Hey, I guess you'll be the next one to make a video about me, huh? I hate you. No, it's such a.
So Steve, what do you do when you release a video? What do you do to market that video? How do you get as many eyeballs on that video as possible?
Man, I just let YouTube do its thing, or because okay, so I noticed that if I try to do stuff on Facebook will bury it. But also too, the gaming group, Facebook will bury your video. If you put a video on Facebook, it will, especially on YouTube link, they will bury 100% bury it because they don't want you going off their platform. And I get it, but also too, like, I try to like put it in gaming groups, but now I'm at a level where I can't do that because I get sometimes good, but like it's like 70% hate because some of the gaming groups are so toxic, so I can't put it on there. So I'm at this new level now. Like, I have to find different ways to do that. I don't want to like wait for YouTube to promote it because that's kind of it's not bad, but I want YouTube to do its thing because it can be negative. So I'm at this different weird stage right now. I'm still trying to I'm figuring out a new level, and it's really, really different because it's like when I hit 30,000, like the level just went up, and it's different. You know, and every level is going different. It's going different. You know, like when I hit 35, it's like about to hit 40, and I noticed that I have to do things different. I have to, especially promoting like a local shops and stuff. So it's, you know, I'm not rich like this, so I can't pay for marketing. So
Ah, oh my gosh.
Hey, you better check the comments because they getting y'all, man.
Man. Oh, well, okay. So like to that point though, right? So you like the Facebook groups are just Facebook groups in general. It doesn't even have to be just gaming groups.
no,
Just the
it's
groups in
yeah.
general. I'm in tons of groups, cars, other stuff, games. There's toxic. It's toxic in all of these groups.
It
In
is super
all
toxic.
of these groups, like it's just like, but why?
I don't
Why do
know.
we have so many trolls? That
It's jealousy
you know,
though over plastic
I don't even
games, and
think
I
it's
don't.
just that. I just think it's like people will ask a legitimate question because, hey, I'm new to the group. I need to know this. And the first person that chimes in, well, you could have hit the search. Yeah, and then you could have looked it up. I'm like, well, dude, there's tons of different, people asking this same question over years worth of data on
Yep.
Facebook. Maybe someone can give them a quick answer, or maybe there's a new logic behind that answer or whatever. And that's what it is. But there's a lot of negativity there, and it's unfortunate.
Hmm.
But there's some positivity too. I think there's groups out there that kind of they put it in their title, like chill group, the chill group version of it, so that way they
Hmm.
kind of itemize themselves out of that scenario.
Yeah.
It,
But
I
going back to, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry,
no, go
Hayes,
ahead, do
but
you think?
but I really like Austin. It's really different, man. Like I'm still trying to figure that part out as a creator because this is totally new to me. Like over the past like 4 or 5 months, it totally changed. Like it's different. It's just I can't. It's just a different level. I can't. I actually have to like move totally different, and also I have to market totally different because I guess I'm not an underdog anymore. And when I try to like do stuff, the car going fast, bastard, stuff crazy. These folks can't drive in Texas, and but I can't do stuff different. I got to do something different. I mean, it is even with marketing. The Twitter thing is okay. That have some things, but really letting YouTube do its thing, and just trying to do different collaboration with different people, that kind of works out. But also too, I notice when you collab with people, you have to collab with the right people and make sure you get it out there, because like I always say, like I can give somebody a shout out, but if that person content is not good, then what's the shout out? It's not going to help. People are not going to go on there, and people are so loyal to certain creators, they're not going to go over and do stuff like that. And I want to read the comments so bad because I'm driving. I'm almost home too.
No, man, you giving the thumbs down over here, bro.
What? How I get a thumbs down? What I'm
I
doing,
don't know.
man?
I don't know what you did on the
I
camera.
think it's your
It was like,
phone.
it hit just right, like right when you were.
Yeah.
It was like,
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
I can't see. I mean, like it's probably seeing stuff in the background, man. I don't know. It's been a weird day. Like power went out. Now I'm running so low. It made good. It made good TV. So it is what it is. Shoot. I'm gonna go back and look at that. That's funny. I'm almost home, but the power. I see the lights on over here now. So yeah.
that's good. Hopefully the
But
AC.
kinda
is-
Go ahead.
I had a little experience kicking the hornet's nest a couple times too. It was actually 2 times. The first time was when I made this video about this dude named Low Tier God. He was I think he's like a streamer. He's in the fighting game community, and he was basically saying like people that have Steam decks are like not, for lack of better words, they're children. And I was like, bruh, what?
Uh-oh.
So I made a video about that, and the video did all right. But then I made a short talking about a certain piece of it, and it's like, yo, like his whole community saw that video and they went crazy on that short. Yeah, it was nuts. And the second time that happened was when I made a video talking about Final Fantasy VII, Aerith versus
Oh,
Tifa. Who's the best girl? And you know, your boy's we about that Tifa life. You know, she's the best girl. But like I don't know what happened. I think a Aerith fan group got a hold of that video because it was like 80% of the comments on that was literally all Aerith fans telling me how I was wrong. And like I'm talking like they left essays. Like I've
Wow.
never gotten any comments like that. It was insane.
Folks are passionate about their characters, man.
Mm-hmm.
They are very
Yeah, exactly. They're passionate about being wrong too, because they was definitely wrong.
he's that passion being about wrong. See, and that's gonna bring them right there. You said passion about being wrong, boy. They said they
You heard
get it.
You heard what I said.
Hey, I don't disagree. I'm Team Tifa.
Let's go. Let's go.
Power back on. Look at this, boy. This has been an adventure, boy. And I was getting ready to cook also. I was going to try to cook something before I got on.
There's nothing. You about to go Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Quit lying.
No, I ain't going to Taco Bell like I did last time. They told my stomach to. Not no more. Ooh, the light. Look at it. See? Ah,
Yeah, that's
power.
what happens when the electricity's on. The lights are on.
All right, smart ass. See? You see?
I gotta give you some mess, bro. You be getting me. You be just
Hey, I'm sorry. You know, like I know you're rich and everything, but hey, man, let's look common folks, man. Let us have something, you know.
That's the retired dude that goes and collects video games all day for a living. Come on, bro. Really? Come on, bro. We over here, these 9 to 5s. You out here living the dream.
I'm still sitting in the office right now.
What now?
Hey man, we'll make it one day.
I know.
Hey, hello. We said Mike. Okay, good. Now I'm trying to see can I
It's an
Can I
interesting
get on?
perspective.
Oh yeah, hey. Pause. Oh, pause. That's a pause right there. Hey, hold on.
He's hitting us with the smolder.
Wow.
He said out of nowhere.
I know, right? I mean, just y'all clowning now for real.
Going in. You know what? I just thought about that, bro. You really were driving around in an electric car with the electricity being out.
You should have hooked the car up to the house.
I ain't got no.
Hook the house into the car. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Uh-oh.
We got some. All right.
There we go.
He's here.
I know,
He's
right?
arrived. The game room's back.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Can't wait for mine to be back one day.
And yes, see,
I gotta drop off.
I called.
Yeah.
You got off?
Yeah.
Hey man, thanks for joining, man. Because it's pretty cool, dude. Like, I'm going back and reading all these comments and stuff. Austin, you got to go too, man.
Probably in a second. I'm probably
cool.
far behind him.
Herman, it was nice meeting you, brother.
Yeah.
Man,
anytime you guys want to invite me, I will, be more than happy to come back on.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Hey, we have you on a regular, man. It's easy to do that, man. So.
Oh. What is happening right now?
Everything is happening. Hey, the power ain't too good, huh? Yeah, I'm glitching out. Hold on.
We'll be right back after these messages. Oh man.
I know, man. I got so much stuff going on over here.
Furman, before you bounce, what game are you playing right now?
Games. Games.
Okay. What's the
I'm,
top three?
I'm a
Top
mess.
three on your list right now.
I'm a mess right now. Right now, I got my Steam Deck right here,
Okay.
so I am actually playing through the Kingdom Hearts collection
Nice.
for like the 8th time because I'm crazy like that.
Dang, 8th time?
Yeah. I gotta go back to Kingdom Hearts 2. So I'm like leading up, doing the first one, then
Yeah.
Chain of Memories. But yeah, we'll get to that. And I am playing. I got Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, which is amazing. Yeah, I had a tiny brain in the GameCube era, so I actually passed on that. But yeah, I'm coming around to playing it this time, and it's amazing. Like the game is just gorgeous, and the characters are so whimsical. Like you got a Toad that literally called Mario stupid. Like I'm like, yo, Mario, Nintendo would never do that now. That just would not happen. And but yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, number 3 is I am actually playing through Uncharted 4 again.
Nice.
That's why when you said that, I was
Nathan
like,
Drake was like,
no way. Yeah, that game is amazing. And like you think there's no way they can make that game better, but then they drop it on the PS5 and it is just insane. Like the game is just absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a AAA game through and through. So yeah, that's what I'm playing right now.
Nice. That's a good lineup to keep you busy for sure. That's a lot of gameplay hours.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey, but tell everybody where they can find you at, man, so they can follow you and stuff, and also put your stuff in the chat so we can put it up there for everybody.
Yes. So my YouTube channel is called The Collective Gaming. It's all one word because apparently there was other YouTube channels that had the same name. But whatever.
Hey,
It's kind of lame. I got copyrighted. When I get that million sub count, I'll copyright it or something. But yeah, you guys can check me out at The Collective Gaming, and I typically post all of my social media under every video. So that's probably the easiest way to find me. And yeah, I love talking about video games. As you guys can see, I also like collecting. So yeah, that's me.
Cool. And you like wrestling, so that's how you cool with me on that one, bro.
Hey, I'm a diehard WWE fan.
That's all. That's what I see the build up there. But yeah, man. Just next time you want to join us, man. Hey, we'd love to have you back on. So thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, bro. Take care. All right, yeah, I'm back. The power's back on. Look, guys. It was weird. It was wild. I was getting ready, and somebody hit a tree. So yeah, we found out somebody going around the corner, crazy, hit a tree, then hit the power line. I hope they're okay. I really do. But it just took out a 50-mile radius. All this power here. It just like what? Yeah. So when I was at Buc-ee's, and then it's so crazy. I was at Buc-ee's and I was doing it, and then when I went off, my phone said, "Your power's back on." I said, "Well, let me go and go." It was just. I don't know. Yeah, I'm driving around electric car. I could plug my car to the house, which you actually can with the new Cybertruck. You can plug up the house to the Cybertruck and feed power off of it. Some people have done that. I actually want that Cybertruck so bad too. It's so ugly, but I want it. It's so ugly. Like
that. How does that in the same sentence? It's so ugly, but I want it.
I don't know, man. It's a weird, ugly truck, but I don't know. I just want it. It looks like them cars off. Remember that Moon Patrol game? Remember that Moon Patrol? Oh, I think it's Moon Patrol or Stunt Race 64. It looked just like one of those trucks.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like the Mako from Mass Effect 1.
See, I ain't played Mass Effect, so I don't know on that one. What? I wasn't a Mass Effect fan, man. It was too.
Oh my God, that game was so good.
I heard it was good, but like, see, I'm too like. I like fighting games, adventure games. I gotta get into. I can't stop. It ain't Final Fantasy. I ain't gonna do all that.
Well, it is what it is.
They said they will probably poke. Oh my goodness, no! Don't say that. Don't say that. I hope they all right. Yeah. So Austin, you got one more week for Southeast game. Well, no. Yes, next week, right?
A week from today.
Week from today.
It starts. Yep.
4th of July weekend, right?
Yep. So
Oh my
we'll see how
goodness.
that goes. We've never done it butted up against the holidays, but we're
Mhm.
hoping that with everybody having Thursday off, they've just got to take off Friday and then they get a full 4 days. But yeah, we'll see. I can tell you, like, ticket sales are way up this year. We're looking at about 50% above what we were at this point last year. So
Wow.
we're
That is
expecting
awesome.
a big growth year. And like I was saying to Neoness, that we've really tried to dig into marketing and really put a focus on marketing and doing different stuff with shorts and TikTok and Facebook. I guess Facebook and Instagram are both called shorts or whatever. But like just doing different stuff. We got billboards up all over the place now and radio ads, and yeah, we're just kind of digging into a lot of different options as far as marketing it. So it's been an interesting a year, but that's why I was interested to know what you guys do to promote your content, because
Mhm.
I'm always looking for good ideas and
Hey man, like
and
this right
suggestions.
here. This right here, man. I say what you do so much good for the community. So, what I can do to help, like, and get the word out, I'm totally on board with it, man. Because I may say, like, you're a good people, you do a good show, and like, and also you bring in good guests, and like, I want to see this. I want shows like that to be around, man. I want places like where you can meet. It's so great going. Like Ness went to his first convention as a guest, and it was great. But we were just talking about like when you go to a convention as a creator, it ain't really about what you can get. It's about meeting other folks and hanging out and just having
Yeah.
a good time and like laughing and doing silly stuff and like it's like the podcast today, like all the troubles today, we still getting through it, but it's like stuff like that. You're gonna remember like the wrestling matches and stuff like that. That's what it's all about.
Yep. No, I totally agree, and I appreciate you letting me come on and talk to your group, um, and your audience and the comments have been awesome.
Yeah, man. I always try to keep it positive, man. We don't take nothing. We don't take ourselves seriously at all, man. Like we're human. Like if something happens, we roll with it. We joke. We talk about each other. Especially Steve was on. We still got this going joke about what he did, and now I'm probably gonna be added to it. But it's just so we don't take out. It's none. This is not serious. This is supposed to be fun. It
Yep.
ain't getting on here and talk about stuff people talking about. We talked about the Xbox. We're gonna talk about more, but it's it's not that serious. And any day, it's not that serious. It's life. It's fun. That's what you're supposed to do. Like Ness and stuff, we joke about it, but like dudes doing good in life and stuff. Like you're doing. I love the positivity. I love seeing people win. That's my whole thing. If I told Ness, I say, man, if you get to 1 million followers before me, that's good. I want you to win. I want people to win. And wow,
I do. Hey, if you get it there, man, like that's go ahead, man. Congratulations.
Thank
You know,
you.
yeah.
Thank
If
you
you
for putting
do,
that in the universe.
hey, I'm putting it out there, bro. Hey, I want it for myself too. I'm saying, but like, I want people. It's too many people trying to like go against each other. It's not that serious, y'all. It's at the end of the day, it's about a plastic video game, and really, that plastic getting taken away too. So it's about video games. It's all what it is. It's not. We can't. This these games are probably gonna outlive us.
Unfortunately, yeah, mine will.
Yeah, those expensive ass DLG. God
Yeah,
dang.
definitely gonna be
Woo!
me for sure.
Lord Jesus,
Oh,
man.
man.
But you got any final things? I also I know you got to roll, brother.
Yeah, no, I need to head out now. But no, for anybody that's out there, like I said, our show is next weekend.
Mhm.
We're expecting a really good show. Would love anybody that is able to make the trip. We pull people from all over the U.S. I mean, obviously those that are in the Carolinas and Georgia and the Southeast, it's an easier trip, and that's where the majority of our attendance is from. But I mean, we have people that come from Canada and from West Coast, and it's all over. So we'd love to have everybody. Our official start of the show is on Friday. We have a kickoff concert at a little Oh, perfect. From Charlotte. Yeah, Greenville's like an hour and a half, so easy trip. But yeah, we have a kickoff concert at a little local barcade, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of the content creators are going to be there, just hanging out and um, playing arcades and pinball, and then Saturday we will hit it off early, and it is a massive floor this year. So we were talking about needing to get some Heelys or something to just get around.
Hey, y'all. Hey, and make sure y'all bring some deodorant if you're coming.
That would be nice. I'll say that's one of the big reasons we keep growing. I just need more space for people to spread out.
Need some oxygen up in there.
It get hot, and some of these guys,
Woo!
they haven't been out of the house very much.
Hey, we saying it with love, people. We
That's
saying
right.
it with love.
That's
We
right.
saying it with love. Hey,
Absolutely.
hey, brush your teeth, put the little stuff on your arms, good to go. You know,
That's right. But
I said it for you, so you had to say it, man. You can agree.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, there's been some people that we've actually had to come really close to say, to just like saying you gotta go do something. You go freshen up a little bit.
Dang, here's a little toothpaste, here's a little thing.
Well,
Look, get bad.
You funky if you got somebody to have to you got to get escorted practically. Like, hey, we might need you to vacate the premises until you take care of that. You can come back.
Absolutely. We run. We also in one of our shops we run Magic the Gathering nights, and
that's rough.
and yeah, some D&D groups. It's yeah, we actually have had to we keep stuff behind the counter, and we'll ask them to go freshen up. That's a very uncomfortable conversation.
I understand. I bet it is, man.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes it's got to happen.
You got to do it. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Grown person, you shouldn't have to have somebody tell you that you need to wash your butt. Take care of that before you leave the house.
I had an employee once that I had to have that conversation with.
Wow.
And
yeah,
that's one of those moments like you were talking about that I will always remember. Not fondly, but I will always remember that. That was not great, but don't know why we're leaving on that note, but
they will definitely remember this. This is a podcast that we're gonna remember.
Yeah.
But every year, if you listen to this later on, you missed it, but it's every year in July.
Yep. Next year, we're going to be July 18th, 19th, and 20th. So you guys are one of the first to hear that we're going to be 3 days next year.
Oh, look at that breaking news, guys.
That's right.
Southeast Game Exchange is 3 days. My goodness. Definitely we're gonna definitely try to make it out there next year, man. Like,
well, it will be it's going to be a really good year next year. We've got some guests lined up as far as like voice talent that I cannot announce.
Okay.
I cannot announce our theme. It's all a surprise that we
send a text message. We'll see. You know,
it's all kept close to the vest here. But I can tell you it's going to be really good, and we're really, really excited about the hype that we're going to get off of next year's show as well.
Nice.
So yeah, if you can't make it this year, put us on your radar. Go like our socials to keep track with us, and definitely watch all the content creators that will be making videos about the show. Everybody does a great job, and it's always fun to kind of experience it without necessarily being there. I can't tell you how many times I go and watch videos of Retropalooza or SoCal or PRG or Midwest or Too Many Games or any of that, and I don't know. It's fun to kind of get that little taste of the community that way. But you guys have a great evening, and I will see y'all later. Good luck to y'all.
Thank you, brother. Take
Thanks
care.
for stopping in. Really do appreciate it.
Later, guys.
Yeah, well, we back together. Oh man, it's been such a crazy couple hours. It had to happen right when we been doing this. But I hope the people are okay who hit that tree because it looked bad. You know.
Oh, did it? Was it really bad?
Yeah, I saw the ambulance, and then it popped up on our Facebook group and stuff. But somebody went around the corner and like smashed into a tree, then into the pole, and then electricity just went out. It was like,
oh yeah. Well, hopefully they're all right.
Yeah, we praying they'd be okay. But y'all drive safe, and I was driving safe too. I wasn't looking like I was gotta be. I go back and look at that for a while, but I'm so committed to the podcast. That we had to, man. I couldn't use an excuse. Well, I got no power. Well, man, I got power. I got a cell phone and it worked pretty good. Did it look pretty good while I was doing it?
Yeah, you was Mario Brosing it up. Yeah, he was.
Okay.
I
know. That's why you a little saucy tonight. You been drinking that whatever that is. What's that you drinking on?
Oh, I've been drinking a little bit of everything tonight.
Well, you've been dropping a couple of asses tonight.
I didn't drop anything crazy tonight.
You ain't said shit yet.
I haven't said anything of the sort.
You said ass, but you ain't said shit.
Okay. So, look, you just said more than I have.
I know. Well, I'm just saying. No, when you be drinking, you
I've been good.
But now let's get back to that thing because people said they talk about we don't need Xbox anymore. But do you think now since they're with Amazon, because that was a bold ass move, man. Like going to Amazon,
it's
that's crazy. I know it's a fire stick, but you need a fire stick and get you a $30 controller. Maybe you don't even need a third. Maybe you get an 8-bit dough, right? And then people in the comments, let me know. Like, I mean, we're collectors, so most of it's been collective podcasts. But that fire stick is going to be like, you know how people love fire sticks, and they be hacking them. when they had the fire stick and they gonna hack the Xbox. Think about that.
Okay. So what? We're talking about 25 countries.
Yeah, let's catch everybody up too, Claude.
So
if you just coming in,
that just came into the podcast, Microsoft announced that they are partnering with Amazon to run Game Pass. Is that right? Game Pass on
25 countries.
In 25 countries. Now, I don't know how that's the logistics behind that. Did they even say the U.S. was part of that?
Yeah, the U.S. is first.
Okay. So what does that mean for physical? I think it doesn't mean too much of anything at this point right now. Just
so here we go, right?
The fact that, I mean, I got a TV in the living room right now that can stream Xbox. And all I needed to do is, hook up an Xbox controller to it. So I don't need a Fire Stick. There's TVs doing that today. Maybe someone's got an older TV. Maybe they've got a Fire Stick already. They've had one. Maybe a quick update. Oh, it's a 4K Max. A Fire TV Stick 4K Max. Okay.
Yeah. And it's a $60 Fire Stick and a Fire TV Stick 4K. So the two top Fire Sticks. It says, and look, it says right here, for people who are new to console gaming or for those looking for another way to play, it's a great low-cost, convenient, and portable option to join a huge library of games. But you know what? My thing is that with this, how's Starfield going to run? Because I tried to run Starfield on my in my Tesla. And it ran, but it didn't run good. I tried to run off the phone.
Tesla. What you mean?
But it has internet. I'm at home on the internet on a tablet. It's a tablet.
Yeah.
I can run some games. I'm just saying, like, Fire Sticks are not like robust. So I don't know.
You're connecting it into the TV, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
it through the TV. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's an Alex question. Maybe we need to ask the good doctor behind the technical.
I know he'll probably be going off on this one. We're gonna ask him to get back on.
But I don't know. I think Microsoft at this point is just trying to be everywhere.
And they're not focused.
Like if you see me everywhere, the battle of who's the best kind of just gets deleted over time. It gets washed out because Microsoft's here. Well, this is just convenient. So I'll just play it with Microsoft. I don't even have to buy an Xbox anymore. I can just play it on the Fire Stick.
And that's what that's what it's gonna do, yo. Does it cheapen Xbox?
I mean, when you're talking about a game, like, look, when you hold a majority of, I'm not going to say a monopoly, but when you hold a majority of the big publishers, or no, not, I won't even say a majority. When you hold a good handful of big game publishers out there, and you're able to produce them under the Microsoft umbrella, it makes life a lot easier for you to put games on Game Pass and then just charge the subscription fee. And it doesn't matter where. I mean, I would assume that Microsoft will eventually will do like the Netflix style thing, right?
Yeah.
Where your Game Pass, might get locked by IP, or it may not. You can utilize your Game Pass wherever you go, right? Whatever device that you want to play on, all you got to do is log into your Game Pass.
I know. It seems so simple, and it seems
they're trying to do. They're trying to
make it simple. To me, and I think you might be thinking like this too. Like, is the collector gamer been there since Xbox Day One? To me, I feel like it kind of cheapens the experience, but I don't want to feel like I'm gatekeeping. It's just like weird. It is like, and then it's in between stage, like your daughter, she don't care about these older games. She don't instant access, and that's what it like. It's the kids, but that's what more is going for. The Minecraft, the instant online, not owning stuff, and they don't care. So they say, oh, once we push us out the way and we start complaining, we go off and do stuff. They can do all that kind of stuff. Like, for instance, MTV News just deleted the website. It went off, and all that history, all that stuff is gone, unless like people who archived internet stuff is gone. MTV News was the thing. Yo MTV Raps. What was on MTV? Whatever that was. It was just important back in the day. And when MTV came on the scene back in the day, it was revolutionary. It changed everything.
It was the music video, the first reality TV show. You had all that. Remember Real World?
Yeah,
remember that, right? I mean, like, everybody was in the MTV.
I remember the Real World too.
Yeah, all those. But I mean, like, look, times change, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm still physical all the way. Like, I gotta have the game. I gotta have.
I think I'm both.
Right. But
Robin Big was there. Robin Big,
man, that was the show. DC shoes. I had to rock everything DC. Just had to have everything lined up. I wasn't even a skater, and I was dressed like one. It didn't even matter.
Who are you talking about, man? Like, I would get them shirt like, man, that feels so cool. Like, that was a culture phenomenon, and I think Xbox was a kind of the disruptor. I gonna say Xbox was a disruptor. They was a disruptor. They they came with the Xbox. It disrupted the market. It's like, wow, you got PC kind of gaming right here, that big old box. Then the 360 just, even all the craziness through the X360, they changed a lot. They stumbled and fumbled if the Xbox One. They still trying to pick it back up, but they betting the bank on Game Pass. And you can see it right now. Like I'll say, it's writings on the wall, but Game Pass is what they marching for. And how's it going to be in 5 years? Technology, you remember when the Blu-ray first came out, it was slow, clunky, but now Blu-ray is like almost non-existent, but it's still good. Now streaming is getting really good, and it's getting like freaking cable. But
well, I mean, because I've had this conversation with the wife a couple of times. I'm like, well, damn, between all the streaming services that we pay for and all the extra stuff that we have to tack on, like, we're paying more than we ever did for cable.
Yeah, it really is.
More for. I'm like, what? Why?
Mhm.
But like, that's how they got you. That's how they got us. Like, oh well, we can do this for $4.99, $4.99 a month. And guess what? 2 years later, oh, it's just $6.99, and then 10 years later, oh, it's just $75.99.
Why you sound like Mickey Mouse?
Wait a minute, bro. Like, what you mean $75.99?
Why you sound like Mickey Mouse doing it? Oh, movie. But they getting us though. They seriously, and they
took us for the okie doke, bro.
They did.
Because, like, okay, like
everybody got an app.
Everybody's got an app. I mean, but that was the thing, though, right? Because when you had television shows and movies that were specifically on Netflix for like the longest time, and then all of a sudden they dropped off. Yep. And then you looked at the distributor or publisher behind that movie. Now they've got an app.
They got an app.
You can only watch it on that app now.
Like Halo, like the Halo on Paramount. I wasn't about to get Paramount for Halo, but some people, I know.
I had to watch it.
Did you enjoy it?
Worth it. First season, second season was a little bit better.
Okay.
I mean, Disney. I gotta watch Acolyte just because.
I gotta watch. Hey, I'm X-Men and all the Marvel stuff.
X-Men
97.
That was the price of admission right there.
Man,
97 was probably the best thing they've put out in a long time.
Man, I'm going back and watch X-Men 97. It was so damn good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. How can the sequel be better than the original?
What you mean? From the 97?
Yeah, because 97 is much better than.
I won't say. I'll say this: like, we grew up in an era where there was tons of cartoons all Saturday morning, right?
Yep.
After school specials, there was something on TV. There was always something for us to watch. There was always this action-packed commercial with the latest toy coming out, or the Super Soaker, or the video game, or whatever.
Super Soaker, boy.
They don't do that stuff anymore for the kids. No. They don't do that anymore. So it was always just this pure excitement for everything back then. X-Men was a very good cartoon. What they did is they said, hey, guess what? Today's youth is not going to understand this. Let's make the cartoon for the kids that grew up into adults and just modernize it just a smidge. And let's also make it a little bit more adult, so that way they can relate and say, like, damn, I didn't lose a beat with this show. I remember exactly what was going on.
The show grew up with everybody. And a lot of shows don't take chances like that. And you can look at Xbox too. They're taking a huge chance, right? Like a huge gamble. And they're paying for it right now. And one of the comments said, if this works, here they go popping dang fireworks. In my neighborhood, they love these fireworks. I only have to go to a fireworks show. I just go right out my window. Go outside and look like. But if this works for Xbox, they ahead of the game, bro. And then Sony and Nintendo gonna do it. But I mean, it's different too. Sony got Game Pass. Nintendo is sticking with physical. PlayStation, like, what we gonna do? We're gonna get a Pro.
One that I think that folks should probably worry about the most, because right now they're in this, like, and I don't mean that from a games perspective. I mean that just from a business perspective of where their future goes. Because right now they're kind of like in this limbo. Like, we got games, but we kind of want to do this and we kind of want to do that, and you don't really know what we want to do, but we're just going to put these games out and sell these consoles.
We ain't got first-party games for the next 3 years, and
right. You've got that. Like, you got Nintendo that says, "Yo, I'm just still in my lane. I'm perfectly fine selling my physical stuff over here. People's buying them like hotcakes."
And we finna bring you a older, newer system, and y'all gonna buy
All-Star breakfast right now, and y'all keep coming in every Saturday morning, bro. We good over here. Hey. Nintendo says, "I'm good what I'm doing," and
All-Star breakfast,
rightfully so. They're doing their thing. Xbox is trying to start a new. I mean, let's be honest. Stadia, Google, they was trying. They tried to do that, and they was just way ahead of the time. Had they tried doing that 5 years later, probably be a completely different conversation right now.
Yep, it would
completely different conversation. The form factor was cool. Microsoft was like, you know what? We can do that. We've already got the infrastructure for it. Google's like, hey, we're new to the game. We're going to try this. And everybody's like, nah, bro. Nah. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't know what y'all doing with that.
Man, I still should got me a free controller, but now the controller like $40.
What, for a Stadia controller?
Yeah, you remember just giving it out for free. Now they're like $40, and you see them like at conventions and in the game stores or pawn shops. So like, when I see it's a side thing. When I see those in the pawn shop, I'm like, dude, this don't work no more. Like, why you still got it for like $40-$50? It's a paperweight. It's nothing but something you can put is a collection in the collector's museum.
I'm sure it will be a collectible item one day in some form or fashion. Nothing crazy. Maybe maybe the $40-$50, and that's what it is. Like, oh, you've got a Stadia controller. That's great. Hey, I just got this Atari that I got over here. It was a couple of games. That's kind of nothing against Atari collectors, by the way. I know there's
no. And hey, they having their moment in the sun too. Atari bought the television, and then also that new Atari that they brought out about a couple months ago.
The one that plays the backwards compatible to actual games.
Yeah, that's
I legit thought about picking one of those up there for a little bit. I was like, man,
I did too. I still think about it because they still cheap. They like what, about $120 or something?
Yeah.
Somebody said, hey, oh, this is good. Like here, somebody said, he said the controller still works as an update to use like a normal controller. Okay, that's good then. But this right here said, hey, you seen the new Steam controllers? I saw a little bit of that, but I have not seen it. I ain't gonna look that up, but new Steam controllers. I haven't seen about that.
I haven't seen it either, actually, to be honest.
I heard some people laughing about it and stuff, the new Steam controller. I haven't seen it.
What the
new
hell?
Steam controller.
Yeah, I don't know about that, homie.
Oh my god!
I don't know what's going on with that.
Really? I did see that. Okay, that's why people are laughing at it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get it. They want to be something different.
That purple. That purple looks like a bad paint job.
Yeah,
it looks like a bad paint job.
It is what it is.
I'm letting people see it.
We'll sell a couple of them.
Steam just need to bring a new Steam Deck out. But right here, new Steam controller. But Valve isn't making it. Hori is making them. No wonder. Well, Hori makes some good controllers because
Hori is. I mean, I'm telling you, like, hell, you bought that Hori fight stick in Japan.
Hori makes some good controllers, but I don't know what
giving your boy. You need to go ahead and let your boy get that. Your boy need that. Let your boy get that.
Hey, I still had Neo Geo stuff. I ain't selling all my Neo Geo.
I know, but I will use that.
I like that controller too, man. I know you would. I know. It still smell like the 90s too.
I know it do.
Man, I couldn't fit no more stuff in my darn bag, man. When I went to Japan, dude. Okay, I you know what? I wasn't gonna see no picture of it, but I had saw another one, but wasn't in the box though. I was like, man, I just could not get it. Both my bag like 80 to 100 pounds. And I was like, and then you saw all the stuff I brought you, bro. Like,
I know. I packed that to the house, and I was over here like, oh my god.
Thank you, Knucklehead, for the $5, man. That's appreciated, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you. Man, it's yeah. I mean, the controller is nice, and so it's $150 controller, $100 controller. What?
Which one? Which controller you talking about?
The Neo Geo controller that you want from me.
It's $100. You keep going up on it. It's $100 controller on eBay in Japan. It's cheap.
Yeah, I paid what, like $15, $20, something like that.
Did you?
I paid cheap for it. I paid it really cheap. I think it was like 3,000 yen. I gotta go back and look and see what it was. But I did pay it cheap. I was like, oh, this thing. And I said I had to get it over here. I had to break the box down and then wrap the controller with with some clothes and put it in a certain type of way, man. Next time I go in Japan, what?
Well, you said you had to break the box down.
Yeah, the box is nice.
Box that it came in.
Yeah, the box came in like that. It came real nice. It was. I just had to make sure I take the box out and then fold the box down and then wrap that box on some top of something else, so the box wouldn't like crack. Because I had I like all the big box stuff I had. Like you saw I had to take it out thing and make sure the lay the box is flat. Because I lay the boxes flat and then I wrapped like paper around it, paper and whatever the like little bubble pop stuff around it, so it wouldn't get crushed. And I made sure I put that first down so it could be flat, and then put the box back together and stuff. But man, like I said, just stuff in Japan is so cool, man. I love getting some stuff. Like next time, I'm not gonna buy a lot of stuff. I just might buy a house and just stay there.
You said that twice now that you've been to Japan that I've known you. Like I'm not gonna buy a lot of stuff next time I go. And then
next time I'm going, I'm thinking about, like I said, I want a house over there, but I think I'm gonna get an apartment for and just get over there. Yeah, get someone because apartments are pretty cheap over there too. And like I've been telling, I've been talking about this, but I do want to move to Japan. I want to have a place here and then a place in Japan. Do like the 6 month in Japan and then 6 months here in the United States. So, but selling a house, I don't know. Like I got good equity, but selling a house is always I can do that, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know. I know about it beginning of the year. I do want to spend 6 months in Japan and 6 months here. So I really want to do that because why not? I ain't got no kids. I ain't married, so might as well.
Might find you a nice lady over there. Never know,
man. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do.
Well, I know what my ass is doing. Be right here. I want to go to Japan. I really do. We'll see.
Like I said, we'll try to do that big trip with everybody next year if we can. It might be a couple of us and stuff. Try to do some next year because even still doing the podcast, it was pretty good. Just getting up and my sleep is still my sleep is still messed up. Yeah. Do I speak any Japanese? It's broken Japanese stuff. No, my sleep is still messed up. I be waking up at 4 o'clock and I hate it. I'm like, why? I can't. I got I'm not on, but I take melatonin every night. So I just hopefully sleep. And I try not to go to sleep during the day because if I go to sleep during the day, it's over. I wake up at
2 a.m.
Yeah, I don't like that. I hate that, man. And it happens for 2 or 3 months. It's probably gonna not get corrected until August, probably. Wow. It takes a lot out of you, man. Even 2 weeks over there just kind of threw me off, and it's good though. I love it. But I know I think 2 weeks is too long. I think the perfect day is 10 days. 10 days is good, especially when you got money over there. And you're oh. You be want to go get everything, and they stuff is so cheap. And then your bags be
When I saw that video you posted, because for those of you that don't know, so he FaceTimed me when he was in Japan, and he's at this basically the Neo Geo shop. There's majority of it was Samurai Showdown and King of Fighters. He's like, yo, I'm at this store. I'm like, oh, okay, what you got? And he's like, I'm gonna FaceTime you. I'm like, all right. I'm like, oh my God, I want this. I'm Venmoing you money right now. And then I saw the video and I was like, yo, you was holding out. There was some extra stuff in there I never saw.
I told you that I'm good because it was a late night. I remember I'm good, man. I said, are you sure? I said, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm good. I said, okay.
It was probably 10:30 this our time here when you called. And I was like, I had to get that hoodie though. That hoodie's at the house. It's in the new closet at the house right now, just chilling. I can't wait for it to get cold so I can rock that.
Hey, and it's so good too, because
my God, it's so fun.
It fit you good, don't it?
Hell yeah! I was like, oh my gosh! I
showed stitching on it. I was like, damn, this thing is good. I
showed the wife. She's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, you don't understand. You don't understand how good this hoodie is. I was like, I need you to find me a pair of Jordans just for this hoodie so I can coordinate.
Boy, you get some purple ones, but it'd be dope.
Man, that's what I'm telling you. That's why I was like, I'll find me some purple and red Jordans, something like that. Because she's
one
the
purple,
shoe
one
head.
red.
I don't do shoes like that. Oh, okay. She's always the one that likes the shoes, and she's like, "Oh, I got you some shoes." I'm like, "But why? I'm not gonna wear them. I'll just wear these random knockoff shoes.
I don't want this."
But yeah.
What I said? I can't get jiggy with this.
I can't get jiggy with this.
I can't get jiggy with this. What is this shit? I can't get jiggy with this. But like I said, what is this shit? I can't get jiggy with this.
So what's your time frame on
moving?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about the Xbox.
I don't think it's gonna be a next generation Xbox. I think if it is, that's the last generation.
You think this is our last generation?
No, the next gen 2026, when the new one come out, 2026, 2027, that's it. I think it's gonna be like all digital. I think it's all digital because TVs are getting much better. Their servers are gonna get better. They're putting all that money, it's all going there. I think these next last ones, like the PS5 Pro, maybe the PlayStation 6, but this next Nintendo, these next systems are the last for digital stuff. It's over. It's over. It's at that. It's 10 more years. It's done because you see, like your daughters, my nephews, his kids, Austin's kids, they don't care about this like we do. They don't care about digital stuff.
Do not care.
They do not care at all. We won't get mad and talking about resellers and digital and all this stuff and holding on to like. Honestly, man, like I'm starting not to care. I love the games, but like I said, my content will start to change a little bit more. I'm talking about more about games and stuff. I love talking about like, hey, go get this stuff right here. But I mean, I don't want to forget about the gaming of the games. And if you see it, they love games. We love collecting, but it's the
biggest headache the biggest thing that I've thought about is like I'm probably gonna leave it all to her.
She ain't gonna want it. She ain't gonna want that.
And like it's probably gonna have to be a question that or a conversation I'm gonna have with her when she gets a little bit older. Like when she's of age. Like,
you have to put those in a vault and then like, hey, don't sell these until like, if something like happens or something. You ain't saying unfortunately, but like the collection you got.
Yeah. Like I want to leave it to someone who's going to appreciate it. Like because if my daughter doesn't want it, then the next logical person to have it would be my nephew. So I'm hoping to at least educate him enough to actually appreciate the physical. But he's going to grow up in he's 2. He's going to be 2 in December. Yeah. So he's going to grow up in a completely different generation of gaming than my daughter. My daughter's 14. She's growing up in just like
this changed everything. Like, this changed everything.
10 years is going to be different, even different from what it is now. So if he doesn't appreciate it, then the only other person I could possibly see enjoying it would be my cousin. He's younger than he's in his early 20s now, but he's always been a gamer, right? And his foundation was with physical. He still plays to the day. He's already graduated college, all that stuff. He's going to grad school, but he still games. So he would be the only other person that I could see leaving my collection to, let's say, but I mean, we're about 15 years apart. So, I mean, he's it's kind of one of those questions. It's kind of one of those things where I'm like, damn.
It kind of makes it sad a little bit, don't it?
It does. But I'm like, I don't. It's a lot of years of accumulating these games. And I'm like, well, I don't want to just flat out sell it. But at the end of the day, like, let's say, for instance, I talked to my wife about it. Like, hey, if I'm the first one gone, she's like, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm like, what if you need it? I'll do other things. Okay, cool. That's fine.
But she's saying that now, though, like
yes. Yeah, she
said it comes to reality. And that's why I'm so comfortable of like selling my stuff sometimes. Like I do a big sale every now and then, like I realize what life is. and I don't want to spend my whole life just I see collectors die all the time. Not all the time, but you hear collectors die, and they leave all these games behind. They never really played, and it's really like, who are you really collecting for at the end of the day? You got to really say, if you're collecting for yourself, that's great. But a lot of us I got caught up in it. Some of us collect to try to press other people who don't even like us.
It became
a competition sometimes, and I don't want my collecting to become a competition. I'm gonna do a video on that too. Like, I don't want collecting to become a competition because I see it in my comments, and it's from people like I get it, but some people are too attached to video games. I saw this guy on Twitter, X, and he had a sale. Like, he sold all his game collection. He made like 6 figures, right, off his game collection, but he was saying he was feeling sad and he want to do. I get it. I understand that. So, but you, it's at some point in life, like, do our collecting have a grip on us? You know, like, is it holding us? Like, is it holding us down? Because, like, back in the day, you get something, and I even got that slack. Like, when I first collected the Sega Saturn stuff, and I sold it. Oh, so many people so offended and mad, and like, but why is that mentality still in like the gaming or collecting community? That's it. Just really crazy that people get upset that you want to sell your stuff or they can't sell their own stuff. Some people have $100,000 collections, but they live in a Roach motel, and that's sad.
I'm not looking at it like that. Like,
okay,
because I'm looking at it from my perspective, and my perspective is it's collecting and playing both. Well, I'll say this: playing has always been therapy for me.
Yeah,
playing video games has always been therapy for me. That's always been my stress reliever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, work is going crazy, life's going crazy, friends, family, whatever. I was always able to detach from that by playing video games. That's why my wife just leaves me alone. Like if we're, if something's going on and I'm like on the game, she doesn't trip.
Oh, you lost battery. Yeah.
I lost battery. Hold, please.
About time. It ain't always happening to me. Your ass lost the battery. Juice said, not today, mother. Yeah, there you go. But it's next get his stuff back on, y'all. As he get it back on, we don't get it hooked up in a minute, y'all. But I'm just saying, like, don't let your collecting grab. It's great to collect. It's therapeutic. For me, I love collecting. In this stage of my life, I so much enjoy collecting, like going out and finding it. And it's like always storing it for the winter. I always, like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking like a little squirrel. I'm going to get this, put it up here, and gonna play it later. And most time, never do play it, but I do play but the stuff I have collected, I played it growing up and played in the past, so I don't need to go. Like the 360, Nintendo, all GameCube, all this stuff, played it tons of times, and I don't try to just have. I don't try to be like just so focused and like, I can't never let this go. I never want to get like that. And I know a lot of collectors are like that. They are like, oh, I don't know what I'd do if I lost my collection. But I get it. I understand and get it. Like yours, I get it. If something happened, like a fire or something.
I already know what would happen. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. Like, yeah. Like, if I fire, tornado, things of that nature, where we live, those are all logical things that could potentially happen. Yeah, insurance covers
Here's
that.
A question. Look, here's a question. Said the kids wouldn't want it, but if not, would you sell it to another gamer? That's crazy, right? Yeah,
I could sell it to another gamer, and
you got a good retirement fund.
There could be good intentions behind that gamer purchasing it, but if I don't know them personally, like, and again, it's their collection after they buy it, so it really shouldn't matter what I think. Like, I'm thinking of more of
They buying to try and resell it.
Yeah, that, and I'm thinking more of a generational video game library that would be passed down for generations,
Because
right?
it is impressive, and
Yeah,
when you do complete it, that's
yeah.
I get it. I do get it. Like,
And I know that's a weird way of me thinking, because that logically, like, a lot of people, like, I don't have any interest in this. I don't want all this taking space in my room, my house, my apartment, whatever. I don't want to have this in storage. This is a waste of time for me. I'm not into this hobby. Perfectly understandable.
He says, somebody said sell to a game store and be done with it. But that's gonna be that's the same thing as selling to person.
I mean, that's
no?
like, I could do that and probably make, pennies on the dollar for it. So, like, me going to a game store and selling my Neo Geo collection would be dumb.
Stupid. Yeah, because nobody can afford it. I mean, hold on. I ain't said nobody can afford it. No store will want to invest in that because one, Neo Geo stuff is difficult. I mean, to buy. People see a game that costs $300. Average game is like $150. Nobody don't want to pay that. People complain about paying $20 for a game.
Yeah.
And when they see $150, it's a different mindset. You would have to actually sell it to somebody in a different tax bracket than regular collectors. It's a different, and you're not trying to separate yourself from that. And like we said, we all collect all different things, but it's a different thing when you start collecting. Even me doing Sega Saturn again, I wouldn't be doing this Sega Saturn stuff if I didn't find all that good stuff at GameStop, because it was too darn expensive. And if y'all found out, I'll tell you one day when I paid for Panzer Dragoon Saga.
And I mean, I'll tell you what, it had I found those at a GameStop, I probably would have started collecting Sega Saturn again. I didn't have very many Sega Saturn. I maybe had like 8 or 9 Sega Saturn games. I had console. And that was like, what, 2 years ago I started collecting that, and I was like, wait a minute, this stuff is expensive. I can't afford 2 expensive ass video game consoles. I had to pick one. I can only pick one. Yeah, Neo Geo was the one that won, so I got rid of the console.
I get
it. But logically, like, I mean, those games were dirt cheap at GameStop. So I'm like, and you had like a handful of the biggest bangers on the console for cheap. So I'm like, why wouldn't you try to go for,
another set? Yeah, I mean,
not a set, but I mean, like, or just go for a collection of them, and you're going for the set. So it is what it is. You've knocked out a handful of the heavies. So it's a lot easier to to go after a lot of the smaller titles. Like, for me, if had it been, let's say it was completely different and it was Neo Geo games. Let's say it was like some of the heaviest. Let's say it was Metal Slugs, Neo Turf Masters, and stuff like that. That was at GameStop. Bruh, man, I would have flipped.
I would say, hey, dude. I would say,
told me nothing. I'm talking about, I'd have been out there just blasting that out. That'd have made local news, national news. I'd have made sure of it.
We're gonna find that one day. I'm telling you. That's why I say I'm so cool to sit there. Like, I ain't stopped collecting Neo. I stopped for right now, but again, one day I'll do it again one day. But just it is dedication. Like, you have to be in a certain position, and you have to have a certain strategy. Like, your strategy is good. You don't use your money. You use your money you made for GameStop stock. A lot of people don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, so that's great. Just getting that. And me, I use a lot of trades. I don't mind sacrificing a whole other collection of stuff to buy some different things. But now that I do stuff more and more differently, it's different method. I don't have a problem selling my games. I don't have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I've sold some of my games. I've traded them in, or I've sold them just for the cash, because I was investing that in something else. Like, I've sold portions of my collection just because I was going after another Neo Geo game, and then the deal fell through, and then I ended up investing that into my YouTube channel.
And it worked out good. And you still got that game. And you still got that game.
Right?
Yeah.
But it goes back to this, right? You know, we're talking about you don't need an Xbox anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need, I mean,
you really don't need it.
You don't need any of the consoles anymore, theoretically.
You really don't. No, you don't.
When you look at it, like I'm over here contemplating who am I going to leave my collection to, and they could just as easily stream or emulate all of those same exact games and have all the space in the world that they need.
Speaking of emulate, like look, like my Dreamcast, man, look, my Dreamcast, look at that. Get that. Good, my Dreamcast. I don't need to collect Neo Geo like that, but if I want to go for a Dreamcast collection one day, I can just because I want it. But I don't need to. I get most of my collection. Most of my systems are modded. Only system that's not modded is my PS2, my PS3, and my Xbox 360. Everything else is, well, you know, then the PS5 and Switch and stuff like that. But you know,
anything modded. I think the only thing I have modded is my Steam Deck and then my.
What's a blue?
My MVSX.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only two things I have modded in my entire collection. Everything else is just.
And I'm open to modding all my other systems.
Oh yeah, I mean, like look when I'm on the go, like my Steam Deck is. I mean that.
They come in crushed, don't it?
Man,
yeah, my PS2 is region free.
That stay with me.
My PS2 is region free, and then also here's another thing too about selling stuff, right? Like. We get. I keep talking about the Marvel versus Capcom collection, fighting game collection. I'm about to get ready to sell my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and use that money to get something else. You know
what? Marvel vs. Capcom 2
on a PS2. I got it.
Oh, I'm not letting go of that.
Yeah, I am.
I got it on PS2. I got it on my Xbox. I got it on Dreamcast. It's not going nowhere.
I'm still thinking like It's on the border. Hey, mine's on the borderline because I might use that money to get something else. But it's like the price has effect. It's not like a $200 game. That's like $175, probably $150 game. You know,
I've got probably like a top 50s list or top 20 or 50 list of games that I will never sell in my entire collection. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is probably one of them.
And SNK versus Capcom 2 is another one.
Never getting nope.
I know.
Like, it's a good game. Way too many memories. Yeah. Way too many memories.
No, I get it. I get it.
Way too many memories. I can let go of a lot of stuff. I can let go of a lot. I could probably let go of 70% of my video game collection.
So they do it for the compilation. That's what I'm talking about. Like I don't. Man. When the compilation comes, that's what I'm saying. Do it before the compilation comes out. But go ahead, man. You say you can do what now?
I can let go of probably 70% of the collection, like, but that other 30% is probably like I've already told everyone this. I would sell everything but the Neo Geo games if I had to.
Yeah,
but the between the lines reading, if you read between the lines, there's other games on other consoles that I would not sell. So games that my mom bought me when I was a kid stay. I've had them for over 30 years.
I'm still trying to find that darn Dragon Ball game, boy. The first edition.
Final Bout.
The first edition, yeah. It don't pop up.
Still have it. I still have the one my mom bought me for $20 at EB Games.
That's good. And you still got you got 2 copies of it.
Because I let my buddy borrow the game in high school. And he lost the damn manual. I was so mad.
That game's so
never again.
That game is so bad. It's so good, though.
It's so bad and good at the same time.
That's like the Cybertruck. Now you get it. It's just like the Cyber. That game is just like the Cybertruck.
Don't do that. Don't.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Don't put that same kind of like, oh, it's the same. But no,
it is. That's how I'm saying. That's how I feel about it, man.
The game is so ugly.
Huh?
The game isn't ugly. It's just bad.
No, the game is ugly. You look at it. You can't play that. The game don't hold up.
That's I can still play that game.
Yeah, but it don't hold up though. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you're comparing it to today's Dragon Ball games, of course.
No, I can tell you like this: Ultimate Bout 22. That holds up still. Which one? Let me get what the game is. I'll show you this. This one.
Knuckle, yeah. I like the NBA Street games. I got a couple of those. I used to play those a lot back in the day.
Make sure I got it. Where's that game? This is still the best Dragon Ball game on the PlayStation.
What? I can't see. What is that? Ultimate Battle?
No, oh shoot. I'm
I
sorry.
can't see. Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is there you go. That one. This Dragon Ball game. You never played that one?
I don't even know what it is.
Bruh. It's the one it's the regular Dragon Ball Z game that you go through each saga and stuff.
Ultimate Battle 22?
It's not Ultimate Battle 22. No, this is not Ultimate Battle. Ultimate Battle, it's kind of like Ultimate Battle. I took the channel.
I think I have Ultimate Battle 22.
Everybody got Ultimate Battle 22 because it took forever to come over here. Ultimate Battle 22 is a little bit bigger and stuff like that. Matter of fact, let me get the proper translation.
You gotta understand, like all the Dragon Ball games that I played back in the day, there was only 2. This is before Budokai and Tenkaichi and all those. There was only 2. It was Final Bout, GT Final Bout, and Ultimate Battle 22. Those were the only 2 that we had on the English side that we could play.
And this is it. Oh, this is Dragon Ball Legends, but you haven't played this one?
I've seen it, but I have not played it. No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This is a really, really good game. This is a really good Dragon Ball game because it goes through each his major battles and major fights. That's why you see like all the big 4 on here.
Yeah.
It's a dope game.
Man.
It's a really dope game.
Man, like
it's better than what you call it. Final Bout.
Okay, so Final Bout didn't get a lot of love because people didn't understand the game. Like,
I love Melty Blood. Melty Blood is good too.
People didn't get the game because there was a lot of depth in that game that a lot of people didn't understand. Like you had secret characters in there, you had codes to get different Super Saiyan transformations and other characters. Super Saiyan 4 was introduced. There was even that rumor of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which you had to beat the game 9 times perfectly, which I did, and it didn't work. Or getting Super Baby in the Ozaru form, which I also tried to do that. That didn't work.
All those old wild tales about Dragon Ball.
All stuff that was on the internet back then. And then there was also, what was it? The training mode where you would save a character on your memory card and you would level up their power level, and then you could fight other people that had, built up a character. So you would build up
there you go right there,
punches and keys. I'll see King of Fighters 98 for sure.
It's a good game. It's a really good game.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best.
It is one of the best King of Fighters, and it's
my top 3. It's in my top 3.
Well, yeah, like we saying, like people come in and talking about we've been talking about the Xbox the whole time. We had guests and stuff, y'all. So if you want to hear about that conversation, just when the podcast ends, just go back and listen to it. But it's just weird with Xbox right now, man. Like it and they have us going to different stuff, but I guess as I get older, and I don't want to see that, but also too, I don't want to gatekeep. I don't want to gatekeep, but also too, I love physical, and this is like Xbox, like physical. Really, we trying to get in more places, and even Alex said it years ago. Like Xbox is trying to be a brand that's everywhere. Now, will they? Yeah. Are they gonna go too thin? I don't know, man.
I think the way logic right now, it's the analogy I'll use is they are right now. Microsoft is in that Empire Strikes Back stage, right? Nobody likes it right now, right.
But years later,
years later, it becomes this cult classic that everyone loves, right? That's kind of the logic that I'll take to it.
Nobody wanted to wait 3 years for the movie to come out. See that the hero won. Like you thought that was over. That was like as close as that to talk about movies. That was like the first Endgame, and I loved it. I mean, like when Thanos won, and people just said there like, I'm just looking at like, what you gonna do now?
Top of it right there. That was top. I mean, Endgame was it. I mean, Endgame was the Endgame for Marvel.
Yeah, Endgame was it. But they might come back with they might come back with Wolverine and Deadpool. I think it's gonna be a good movie.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Wolverine. And the X-Men 97 started that stuff too. But no, when Thanos won, and people just sitting there, I'm sitting there looking at it like 3 or 4 people. And they're like, "Wait a minute, he won? man, and it just went off, and like I just laughed. I said, y'all, storyteller had to wait a whole year. I said, you know, the good guys are going to win, but that movies just don't do that, take them chances like that. And, you know, after phase 4, well, after the in game, you know, it's been sucking. And because, you know, we got so used to so many good years of having all these good games and all those good movies. And it's, in a way, it's almost like that now, you know, like Xbox, like we had the good years of 360, you know.
Yeah.
And then the Xbox One was like, oh no, you know. So
we got a couple of questions in the comments. Omega Sonic Man asks, what's y'all's top 5 fighting games of all time?
You want to go first? I'm looking at one of them right now. Oh, here, this is Ultimate Battle 22 right here.
Yeah, okay, that's the cover for it. Yeah.
Look ahead.
Street Fighter Third Strike.
Go.
Garo, Mark of the Wolves.
Yep.
Marvel versus Cap. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Capcom versus SNK 2. Marvel versus Capcom 2. And then Rival Schools.
Okay. I will tell you mine. My top 5. I'm looking at one of them. Tekken 2.
Ooh, Tekken. I forgot about Tekken. I'm tripping.
Tekken 2.
Tekken Tag was amazing though. Ooh.
Yeah, Tekken Tag was good. Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold.
Okay.
Because I could say 3, but just Gold, just Street Fighter Alpha 2, just it was something about it. It was just so good. And the music, I played it. Oh my god,
I played it a lot. I played mine on Super Nintendo. I know it was rough.
I played mine on. I had the drink. I not drink it. I always had the
PlayStation.
No, I had the Saturn version.
Oh,
Saturn
version. Okay.
Yeah, I always played the Saturn. That's why the Saturn version, like, it was just so good. I had Street Fighter Alpha on the PlayStation 1, but I had the Saturn version on Alpha 2. Okay. But so that let me see. Ooh, so many good. I would say number 3, Marvel's Capcom 2. X-Men versus Street Fighter. And then ooh. It's kind of difficult.
There's a lot of fighting games.
There's a lot of fighting games. I don't want to say Tekken. I'll say Tekken 3 because it's so cliche. Everybody say Tekken 3.
Why? Tekken 3 was a good game.
I know. I'm not saying, but everybody says says it.
I mean, if that's your favorite, that's your favorite.
I mean, it's not my favorite, but I was trying to
your top 5.
It was in the top 5. It's my top 5 switches out, but my top 3 always my top 5 switches out a lot. But my top 3: X-Men vs Street Fighter, Tekken 2, X-Men vs Street Fighter, Tekken 2, and Marvel's Capcom 2. Those are like my top 3. I love those. I can play those. Pick them up. So I just say that top 3. I can't say top 5. Just like there's so many good ones because you know. And I take it as I hate Smash. I hate Smash Brothers. It's not a fighting game. I hate it. I hate Smash.
Smash is a fun game to play, but that's never going to be in my top 10.
Oh, Killer Instinct. No, Killer Instinct. Okay, Killer Instinct. Yes. Yeah. KI2 was so. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And the new Killer Instinct on Xbox is great. But Killer Instinct 2, KI2, oh my gosh, it's so good. KI1 music is great, but KI2 was like.
Let's go 5 more. What's 5 honorable fighting game mentions that you can throw out there?
Like somebody said, Soul Calibur, Power Stone.
Ooh, okay.
Interesting. Power Stone 1 because it was so great back then. Cyberbots.
Okay.
Darkstalkers.
Oh, okay.
The first Darkstalkers. Not 3. I don't like 3. 3 was insane. And let me see. The first Tekken.
Okay.
Because the first Tekken, I love King because you know the wrestler, but the way it was so different because I even know I called it Tekken forever. And I'm like, this is Tekken. No, this is Tekken. I like it was just so like I love Tekken because when you punch somebody, you feel that. Like when you punch, like pow, and like ooh, and like you feel that punch. I never that like Tekken. Every time you push that button, you feel like you like drilling through somebody like chest, and it feels so good. The contact on that, I love it. What about you? Somebody said no love for Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter's good. Yeah, Bloody Roar is good.
Man, I loved the first Virtua Fighter. I played that on my 32X. Man,
somebody said Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter, huh?
I love the song. The song is so funny. Clay Fighter, Clay Fighter. Hit 'em up and they don't care. Ooh.
Let me think. Fighting games top.
Soul Calibur 2 is dope.
I will say Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Okay.
Man, World Tour was amazing in that game. I loved
it.
World
It was. They talking all that noise too.
Oh man.
The mini fights.
DOA 2.
Okay. DOA 2, yeah.
Love DOA.
I love Dead Alive. Dead Alive's good.
Let's see. What else do we have here?
No, Reddit Roma does not count.
King of Fighters, and I'll be specific with which one. 95. That's the first one that I started with. A close second would be 98 or 99 for me. Guilty Gear would be another one for me. And then number 5 honorable mention would be Tekken Tag Tournament.
Dude, Tekken Tag Tournament, the first one. We're gonna go back to this right here, but we're gonna go with Omega Solid Man. But I'll go back to my top 3. Like I had to put Third Strike. I had to put Third Strike. It's so many Street Fighter games.
Number 1.
Third Strike. And Garo for me is number 4. Garo fall like under 6, 5 or 6. But dude, that game. And then now Dragon Ball Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters is
man, Fighter Z, man, is popping. I love it. So good. That's such a good game. Yeah.
That's it's like the perfect Dragon Ball fighting game of all time.
Okay. I like this trend that we're on right now. So okay, let's go to another genre. I don't know. Let me
But hey, you know what? Ballerina Toshina, when it came out. Oh man. Give you that little 3D fighting and go around. I always pick the girl with the little hula hoops and go around and be knocking folks out. Boy, that's the first PlayStation game I rented. It was Ballerina Toshina, Jumping Flash 2, and I can't remember the third one, but those 2 games I remember. Oh, it was so good. All right.
Top shooters.
Oh, okay. Top shooters. What's that? I say the Raiden Project, the first Raiden Project.
Okay.
Raiden. No, I can't say. No, Raiden Project.
Specific here. First person shooters or third person shooters.
Oh, you talking about? I was talking about shooter. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. First person shooter.
So it can be first or third person shooters.
You gotta say Doom, the first Doom. I mean,
okay.
Doom. One Doom guy, all that shit. Doom.
Yep.
Halo.
Okay.
I will say Jumping Flash because Jumping Flash is a shooter. It is. You think it's third person? It's the first person shooter. No, third person. No, wait a minute. Anyway, it's a shooter. Jumping Flash. I did say Halo 2. Halo 1. Gears of War. And maybe Resident Evil?
I wouldn't classify that one.
No, I mean it's a horror survival, so
yeah.
Would you? I wouldn't even. No, I guess me and shooters is different to me. I guess because when I see first person, like I don't know, that's really difficult. You say I'm in my stop my brain.
Halo. It's going to be really close between 3 and Reach. Halo 2 is great. Don't get me wrong, but I played a lot of 3 in Reach. SOCOM 2.
Okay.
SOCOM was my jam, man, back in the day. That was my joint right there.
Hey, Killzone 2 was dope. I love Killzone 2.
2 was good.
Killzone 2. Resistance.
So I said Halo, SOCOM, Gears, of course. You can't leave out Gears. Gears is great.
I said Duck Hunt.
I just said Duck Hunt. I mean, it falls into the category you shooting something.
Hey, Time Crisis.
Time Crisis, man. I have all the Time Crisis. The game is amazing. I love Time Crisis. Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Okay. That's the best one.
Black Ops 2 was
Black Ops 2 was really good. It was good.
Was the jam.
What about Modern Warfare 2? Which one do you say? That or
now are you talking about the original Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
That game.
Yeah.
That campaign was amazing.
It was, wasn't it?
I wish that campaign had gone on for another 10 hours, man. I could have played that campaign.
It was really good.
Amazing.
And people still be playing that darn game, man.
God, it was so good. I wanted to see a movie on that. I mean, that was such a good campaign for a shooter.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2, it was good. God dang, it was good. I tell you another that was really good, and a lot more people starting to look back on it. But the Call of Duty 2, when it came out on Xbox for the first time, that was so good. Just like it put you right in like the war. You jumped off and it was like old school Call of Duty, like old war. And you jump off that boat, like, oh, like it threw you right in there. Tom Clancy games, I'm not a big fan of no more. I
played a couple of them. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's shift one more genre here. Okay, we're gonna mix this next genre. We're gonna mix it with RPG and action adventure, so you can combine them for 2. Top 5
to RPGs. Okay.
So RPG or action adventure.
All right, say Metal Gear Solid, Mario RPG, Chrono Trigger. Shit, that's the top 3 off my head. I don't think I can name 5, but that's the Metal Gear Solid, the Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation. That one, Mario RPG, Chrono Trigger. Because I'm older now, I can appreciate it. Mega Man Legends.
Okay.
And yeah, Tomb Raider. The new Tomb Raider. When Tomb Raider came back, when she getting her ass kicked and fall down the things and stuff. the new trilogy, the first part of the new trilogy. Oh my God, I felt so bad for her. She was getting her ass whooped in it, and they was kicking her ass. I was like, it was good though. It was good. So yeah, I would say that.
Metal Gear Solid: Sons of Liberty.
2,
my favorite. That's my favorite.
Can we stop right there on that? I hear you. I like it too. I just wanted more of Snake, and when they switched it up for Raiden, that made me like. I still like feel it to this day. Like, dang, they did that switch on me. Right? It was good because the ending when he was going through all this, I was like, God dang, did they predict the future? In a way, because you can go back and watch the ending now, you're like, oh, it give you chills. That ending was so dope.
It was solid.
That ending was dope. Go ahead. I'm sorry, but that ending was
dope. You're good. So, yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2.
Okay.
Final Fantasy X, surprisingly enough, and that's because that was actually my first Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my first one. I actually
it's so many,
so many of them. Don't get me wrong, 7's great, 8's good, but I played 13, played 12, but 10 just got me into the genre. So,
okay.
10. Where are my other ones? I had a couple of other ones. So I said,
so many good stuff out there. It's like you
Metal
forget.
Gear. I said Metal Gear. I said Final Fantasy.
Metal Gear.
Brave Fencer Musashi.
Oh, it's so good. Yes, Brave Fencer Musashi is so good.
Musashi was
Brave Fencer Musashi.
Brave Fencer Musashi. Super Metroid on Super Nintendo.
Here's one that you might want to see. Parasite Eve was dope.
That was good. And then the last one. Oh my gosh. It's on the tip of my man.
Pause.
Shut up. Oh, it's gonna drive me insane. What was my last one?
Turok? No. Someone said Turok.
No.
Hey, the original Turok was dope, man. Turok Dinosaur 164. When I got that, it was dope.
I need to think about that. I'm gonna come back.
See, five is really tough, but I
mean,
it.
That's why it makes you think, because you gotta go through your whole list of games. You gotta literally think about it. I'm over here off the top of my dome. Like, yeah, I got it. And I'm like, wait, what's the fifth one?
Okay, let's do this one then.
Okay,
racing games, top 5 racing games.
Ooh,
here we go. All right. Me.
Almost all of the Need for Speeds.
I know, right?
Need for Speed
really
3, Need for Speed Underground 1, 2, Hop Spook, Most Wanted.
Need for Speed Most Wanted, number 1 racing game for me. Amazing. Most Wanted. Then Burnout Legends.
Yep.
Burnout Legends is so, especially on the Xbox, where you can do your own soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gran Turismo 2.
Okay.
Gran Turismo 2 was so dope. It's a racing game, but Super Mario Kart.
Okay. I can get with that.
And
Midnight Club. Oh, someone said Midnight Club.
Midnight Club. Oh, yes. Midnight Club.
Oh, Tokyo Extreme Racer. Oh, you didn't like that?
It was okay. I liked it was okay. It was okay. It was just like, it wasn't a generational game. It was a generational time game. But but if you go back and play it now, it's like, well,
unless you in that genre. If you're a car person, if you like cars and you like imports, that was the game.
Oh, my last one. Freaking MotorStorm. Pacific Rift. Okay. Or Apocalypse. Both of those games, MotorStorm, or any MotorStorm game. MotorStorm was so freaking good because it was like one of those PlayStation 3 games that kind of lived up to the graphics, but it wasn't. Like, I'm still okay. So MotorStorm video spoiled me for the rest of my life, right? Because the video was, if you go back and look at the launch trailer for MotorStorm, and they said this is how the PlayStation 3 graphics is going to be like. Ever since then, I don't think nothing else could match those graphics in a way, or the trailer graphics, because it was all in-game engine, not in-game engine, but it was all in-game cinematics. But I was like sitting there like, this is what PlayStation 3 going to be like, and nothing never really just kind of like got there. I want graphics like that, but it's still good though. But MotorStorm is so great. MotorStorm is good.
I got another genre for you.
Top.
Let's go top 4 this time.
Okay, fine.
Top 4 best story-based video games. The ones that kept you engaged. You have to make choices. All of that.
This is gonna sound funny, but Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
On Super Nintendo?
Yeah, Super Nintendo. Yeah. That's one of those games when I got it, because
the storyline to that. So yeah, I can give you
that. Because it was so, and I when I said that, I still think of the music.
Yep. I mean, it was
like, it was good, and it like, it hooked me. Like, I legit probably played that game for 10 hours straight, and I wanted to know every little piece about that game. And that's really kind of where my love for Japanese culture really kind of blew up, is with Legend of Mystical Ninja.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of iconic games. That Final Fantasy VII. I mean, that's one of the first games that really like broke my heart. Like, really broke my like I was like, I had to put the controller down, like, man, this motherfucker did this. Like, really. Like, and then switching the disc out and stuff, you get to end this, but you gotta go to bed, like, save it, gotta get home. That
feeling right there. So the game should give you that feeling to where you have other priorities, but you can't put the controller down. You have to keep playing. That's the feeling it gives you.
Yeah. Like God of War, the first God of War,
or Ninja Gaiden. Well, y'all throwing some gems up in the comments right now, bro. Woo. Man, Ninja Gaiden on NES, bruh. Oh. I just played that last month.
Ooh, I can't think, but I can't think more. I can't think those three right now, but those right there, Magical Ninja and Final Fantasy VII, those two games right there was like,
telling you the stories, like in consistency in terms of the story, like keeps you engaged, keeps you wondering what.
Or Metal Gear Solid,
yeah, Metal Gear, yeah. So Mass Effect, the entire trilogy outside of Andromeda, so 1 through 3. I'm talking about that storyline was amazing.
I never got into it.
Man, that game was so good. I'm telling you, son, it was amazing. Well done. Like it's everything that that's everything that Bethesda wanted Starfield to be.
God dang. He said to be. Last of Us. Ooh, I still haven't really got through all the new Last of Us, but Last of Us, oh my god.
Yeah.
That kind of put a lump in my throat too. Last one was like, oh man.
Infamous Second Son. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yes, Infamous Second Son. I love that. I love Infamous Second Son.
I'm gonna go back because this is one of my favorite all-time games. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
On Super Nintendo?
No,
I mean 64.
OG Xbox, sir.
Oh, what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Shadows of the Empire.
Knights of the Old Republic, the game that PlayStation teased and said they're doing the remake. And
that you bought a PlayStation when you mad because they
that shit over there in the junk.
There you go.
There's your shit right there. They needed that. Had me going out here buying this dang console, thinking it was coming out. Like, oh, it's gonna come out sometime in the next 20 years, maybe, possibly, maybe, allegedly.
Like, you still hot about that, huh?
Hell yeah, I'm still hot about that. That's my game, bro. Don't be playing me. Don't be playing with my emotions. Don't be playing with my emotions.
Playing my money.
Playing with my games is like playing with my emotions.
I'm gonna have to fuck you up, Sony.
So those two, and then what's another game? The storyline was really, really good. I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, yeah, we've said God of War already. God of War was great. Uncharted's good too. I'm trying to think of another game
Uncharted 2 was god dang, that was so good.
Man, there was another game that had me like locked in. I mean, I couldn't put the controller down. I can't remember for the life of me. It's hard when I don't have my games behind me. I just look and be like, oh yeah, I played that and that was amazing. Is that a side?
Let's do something like this. I was just looking at this one right here.
Okay.
Most unique game that like, god dang, I gotta play this. The most unique game, like top 3 or 2 unique games, or unique games like this. We'll do beat 'em up in a minute, but unique game like this. Okay, when I first played, when I first played Intelligent Cube on the PlayStation. Have you played Intelligent Cube?
Nope.
Dude, it's a puzzle game. You get this little man and you gotta like walk in this like disappearing cubes. Look into that game. It was so freaking crazy. Or or like different games, like games that change different, like
off the beaten path that I normally would.
Yeah, like Cuphead, you know.
Okay, all right. Here's
like this. Beautiful Katamari.
Oh my god,
Beautiful Katamari, and like it was great.
Gang Beasts.
This game is so fucking funny. I love it.
I actually played that. I play that game in Nerdvana. It's a restaurant in Frisco and here in Texas.
Yeah. I've been to Nerdvana. Yeah.
Me, my daughter, my sister, and my wife were there, and we were all sitting at a table waiting for dinner to arrive. We were playing on the PlayStation 5, and we was like, Gang Beast, what's that? Man, we played that. We ended up staying like another 45 minutes after dinner was done because we were still playing Gang Beast. That game was
funny. It's stupid funny. And the physics gonna be like them things in me. You try to grab somebody and
laughing all the way around.
It's so hilarious. It's so good. Oh my goodness. That's Oh, McGavey.
What's another?
It's so good. It's so good to play with everybody. Like, oh, okay, let's say something that they played is you had to be in the time with everybody, but Guitar Hero or Rock Band.
Bro.
When Rock Band came out, man, hey, when Rock Band came out, that Rock Band was
it was a house party every single time.
Yes, it
Every
was.
single time. Like I had Rock Band in college, bro. I'm talking we had the girls at the house. It stayed a party. Like somebody was like, I'll bring a bottle. Let's just play for like 5 hours. It'd be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody be on the drum. I normally was on the drums. They always had me on the drums. I'm over here like, I'm just over here
getting hey, when you play drum, you get the drum so hard that the drumstick you're like, oh, snap.
It bounced up. I'm like,
yeah,
bring it back. Let's go.
And then Guitar Hero was really good. Well, Guitar Hero
Revolution.
Oh, Dance Revolution. Yeah, I saw somebody say Dance.
Damn, bro.
Dance Revolution.
Oh man.
No. Beat Mania.
I didn't play Beat Mania.
Okay, so Beat Mania came out when I was in Japan, when I was on the ship. Mm-hmm. And it came out like 97. Well, it was built for whatever, but 97, 98. I was this Beat Mania, and it was so good that Beat Mania was in the main. When you put back and forth, Beat Mania was there, whole full arcade. You was like just in a room by itself, and you were like, oh, it was like Beat Mania. It's like, oh, Beat Mania is great. Beat Mania got crazy now. It's like Beat Mania 25,000 or something. It got like 2 DJ tables, and I would love to have me a Beat Mania machine, a real one. But yeah, pause on that one.
Do you remember MTV Music Generator?
Oh my gosh, yes, it was so horrible. What? You liked it? You like
some fat beats on that thing, bro?
I could never make anything
on that game, bro. I still have the memory card with all my beats on there.
I couldn't make anything on there. That's like RPG Maker and Fighter Maker. Remember Fighter Maker?
Yeah, I remember.
I couldn't do nothing with that.
Oh my gosh, I used to have some fire beats on there.
I couldn't do anything in there. You made good music on MTV Beatmaker.
Yeah, I used to kill it. We used to have like freestyle sessions in high school. It was so fun.
I couldn't do nothing with that. I hated that game. That's why I rented that game one weekend. I said I can't do it. I said, oh yeah, I'll be messing Machiavelli up his joint. Man, I couldn't get past it. I couldn't do shit.
Batman School,
Timberland. Batman School, Timberland. Oh no, well, I couldn't do that. That's only MTV has some horrible games. They try to capitalize off.
Yeah, but you know what? Speaking of which, there are a lot of games that were music inspired or artist inspired, Wu-Tang Shaolin style.
Woo! But you know what it was? I played the original.
Yeah,
Thrill Kill. I remember when we pulled up in Japan. Well, we was on the ship. We went to Hong Kong. We pulled up to the mall. Went down there to went to the mall. Under the mall was the bootleg and all that kind of stuff where you can get your PlayStation and they burn the disc. Somebody burned the disc of Thrill Kill, but it was like the 80% version of it doing it of it. And I was like, now you can play Thrill Kill. Now you can still play Thrill Kill anywhere. I got it, but back then I was like, what the heck is this? And you beat somebody up and then you get them to kill them and stuff. Like back then it was like, wow.
I mean, Mortal Kombat was doing it, so you know.
But Thrill Kill changed. Thrill Kill was different. Thrill Kill for back in the day, and now it's tame now, but the kills on that game and what they had a nurse where she had like these legs right, and then she killed you, like she'd wrap her legs around you and kill you with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Talking about scissoring.
All right.
it and they took stuff out and they were like, you gotta, it was wild, and people got so mad about that game. It was like horror. It was demonic. It was kind of demonic killings. because it was just like they had
to be honest, I mean, when you look at Wu-Tang Shaolin style, it's very dark. It's a very dark game. Like even though they kind of like they
took the engine.
Yeah,
they took the engine.
It's very dark. You know, I mean, even you got even the original soundtrack from the Wu-Tang Clan on there too. So that's kind of dope too. I see a couple of folks in the comments they're talking about movie-based video games.
The Venus Flash. Wow.
Movie-based video games. Oh, do you remember? Oh, what was that Jet Li game? Oh, what was the name of that Jet Li game that came? Oh my God, that's gonna bother me. Rise of the Jet Li fighting game. He played himself in the game. It was on PlayStation 2. I can't believe
I can't think of it now.
Chat, help me out.
Yeah, I had to Google that one.
Rise of Honor.
Rise of Honor. Oh, okay.
Well, thank you.
Was it good?
I mean, it was solid back then.
Oh,
I mean, it was very close to
Stuntmaster. Jackie Chan Stuntmaster. Well, it wasn't a movie, but it was good. It was just
no. I mean, The Matrix. Enter the Matrix.
Okay. It just recently came out though, but it's not a movie game, but it's based off the movie Guardians of the Galaxy. That was good.
You know, I have that game and it's still in my backlog, and I haven't played it yet.
That game is good. It's actually like it's a comic book. It's the great value version of the characters.
Yeah,
but it still gets all the they hit everything right on the game. It's really good. It's really good.
Bruce Lee game on Xbox. Yep, played that. Stranglehold was good.
Stranglehold was so good. Oh man, and then Stranglehold, man, that bullet time, it was good. That was, and then they had the movie
was on the bullet time back then. Damn,
it's not wasn't it? Then Max Payne.
Every game that you played, everybody's like,
Max Payne was on it. Max Payne did really good. Max Payne 2 was good. No, was it? Yeah, Max Payne 1 was good, but then I didn't care for Max Payne 3 as much, but Max Payne was dope for a time. That Max Payne, that was, oh man, that bullet time and stuff. What else a good game? The movie game that was okay. This is a lot of people don't know. The Rock was going to do Spy Hunter, the movie, right? But
the movie
negotiation fell through. He had the posters and all that kind of stuff, but he did the game. But the movie didn't come out. He was getting ready to do. They couldn't come. There's some kind of deal happened, but Rock and Spy Hunter, this just didn't happen. He just got the game on PS2, and that was it.
Ooh, they saying Scarface. Yeah.
Oh, Scarface was good. Dope. Scarface was good.
GoldenEye. Yeah. I mean, come on now. That's everybody. As soon as that theme song come on, everybody's getting hype.
Hey, you say GoldenEye like this.
They used to get hype back in college, but you can't see me in the GoldenEye. You can't see me in the GoldenEye. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we better get we about 3 hours, man. We better get we gotta shut this thing. Yeah, we gotta shut this down
tomorrow.
I got some food to cook. I gotta watch wrestling stuff. But yeah, all right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. We talked about Xbox. We had some good guests. Next week we probably won't be on because it'll be 4th of July. So people, y'all go enjoy y'all 4th of July.
Yes, happy holidays to all of you. Collect and play the way you want to collect and play your games, y'all.
And always do it the right way.